Chapter-961-980 This is framed. The speed of the shadow cat can already be described as cross map. It uses time and space capabilities without stopping, and is not affected by terrain and climate conditions. It does not need to arrange the space coordinates in advance, which is very incomprehensible. 40 minutes. Luhan thought for a while, then walked to the cabinet in the corner and took out the pen and paper. So familiar. The shadow cat standing on Luhan's shoulder suddenly muttered, moved his nose, and looked around. It smelled the breath of the little black cat. The little black cat has been held by Uchiha Makoto, and went to the front yard at this time. You take this. Luhan put the written note into the mouth of the little black cat. You go to Konoha now to investigate the situation of Konoha Anbu Captain Hitaki Taishuo. Remember to be careful, don't let people see you. If you can find Hitaki Taishuo, give him the note, he will come with you. You bring him to Kumogakure village, if you can't find it. For example, you get news that Hitaki Taishuo is out on a mission, then you try to look for it. If you can't find it, come back immediately. If you find out that Hitaki Taishuo has been killed or imprisoned, you can channel me backwards, understand? Meow. The shadow cat with the note in his mouth returned a vague cat meow, and then disappeared out of thin air. What happened to Taishuo? Tsunade had already stood up, and she only asked after Shadow Cat left. There were only 4 people left in the hall, Luhan, Tsunade, Xiaoai, and Orochimaru. All 4 of them have a pivotal position in the ninja world, especially Xiaoai, one of the leaders of the 5 major ninja villages. However, although Xiaoai is Reikage and this is also Kumogakure village, in this room, Luhan is the one who speaks the most. Luhan pulled up the chair and sat down, then motioned Tsunade to sit down again, and then gave Orochimaru a wink and said, "Tell me." Orochimaru recounted what happened when he took Uchiha Makoto to leave Konoha secretly, and analyzed it. In short, Hitaki Taishuo did not betray Luhan, he was trying to avenge Luhan, so he dedicated his life to Sarutobi Hiruzen. And Sarutobi Hiruzen, he has made a move. From the fact that he concealed the resurrection of Hangwang from Hitaki Taishuo to the fact that he let the root ninja monitor Uchiha Makoto, it can be analyzed. After seeing Uchiha Madara and Hangwang, he chose Uchiha Madara and officially opposed Hangwang. Tsunade's eyes became very complicated after hearing this. His face was ugly. Among the people present, the one with the most complicated mood was naturally Tsunade. Although Tsunade has broken with Sarutobi Hiruzen, it is a contradiction, not hatred. Otherwise, Tsunade could not have just left and fought back long ago. Sarutobi Hiruzen is her mentor, and she has been practicing with Sarutobi Hiruzen since she was a child. In other words, Sarutobi Hiruzen is a teacher as well as a father. She never thought that she would go against Sarutobi Hiruzen, or even go to war. And according to the current situation, that day is not far away. When Luhan and Sarutobi Hiruzen met, Tsunade would choose Luhan without hesitation, but she would feel uncomfortable, she even said that she would be afraid that that day would really come. Konoha Hidden Village, the time has just arrived in the afternoon. Shadow Cat appears on the eaves of the Hokage building, because its body is too small, and some slightly raised edges and corners on the roof are enough to cover its figure. As a time-space ninja, it can converge its breath to a fixed range, do not spread out. It can be said that if it wants to hide, it is really difficult to find. However, it is not absolute. Such as the Byakugan of the Hyuga family, under the perspective, it will also be invisible. Woo! The shadow cat looked around, hummed twice, and disappeared. At the same time, Konoha village is behind the mountain forest, the Tomb of Heroes. Hitaki Taishuo stood in front of Hangwang's tomb, staring at the words on the tombstone, motionless. Behind Hitaki Taishuo there are 2 masked ninjas, both of which are Anbu ninjas who are close followers of Hitaki Taishuo. "Captain, do you miss Lord Hangwang?" the Anbu ninja behind him suddenly asked. Hitaki Taishuo didn't say a word. He really visited the Hangwang tomb more often in the past 2 days. In fact, he really wanted to open the Hangguang tomb to see if there were any dead bodies inside. But he was hesitating again, whether to do it or not. Hangguang's tomb is covered with seals. There are several of those seals, which must be broken by Sarutobi Hiruzen himself. Of course, Hitachi Taishuo can also break it violently, but the consequence is to make a big noise. There are two consequences of doing so. 1. There is a corpse in it. Hitachi Taishuo can justify it for any reason, even if it doesn't make sense, it's not a big problem. 2. There are no corpses in it, which means that the resurrection of Hangguang is 80% true, which proves that Sarutobi Hiruzen really has to deal with Hangguang. In the end, as long as Hitachi Taishuo smashes the tomb, Sarutobi Hiruzen will attack Hitachi Taishuo. Hitachi Taishuo never made a decision. However, he did not stop collecting other information. As Captain Anbu, as long as Sarutobi Hiruzen does not restrict him, he can consult any recorded information at any time, and just yesterday, he had received secret information about Hanzo's death in battle. The information came from in a Megakure village. It is said that Sanshoyu brought Hanzo's body back to a Megakure village, and then there was civil strife in a Megakure village. Hitachi Taishuo had planned to go to Kumogakure village, the land of thunder, but he didn't have the right opportunity. Hokage building, Hokage office. The back of the swivel chair was facing the desk, and Sarutobi Hiruzen sat on it, staring at the scenery outside the window, tapping her fingers on the arm of the chair subconsciously. Musashi appeared beside Sarutobi Hiruzen like a ghost, and his thin body was filled with a faint evil aura. "How's the preparation going?" Sarutobi Hiruzen asked hoarsely. "The information has been sent to Iwagakure village, and there will be someone in Anbu to testify against him. As long as Wufeng leaves Konoha privately, he can be convicted," Musashi replied in a low voice. Sarutobi Hiruzen's fingers that tapped on the armrest of the chair stopped. Squinting out the window, a sullen look flashed across his face. In fact, Sarutobi Hiruzen confirmed 2 days ago that Hitachi Taishuo knew about Hangguang's resurrection, but he never did it because he needed a valid reason, and now, the reason is ready. This is framed. It was not the first time that Sarutobi Hiruzen had done such a thing, but this time, his mood was the most complicated. Chapter 0962_Evidence. Sarutobi Hiruzen has also framed other Konoha heavyweights, such as Uchiha Leiyang, the Uchiha Patriarch of the Year, who framed Leiyang for treason and killed Leiyang first. Sarutobi Hiruzen did not have any psychological pressure at that time. Everyone knows Akatsuki, it was unanimously approved. In order to maintain the stability of Konoha, but also to maintain the authority of Sarutobi Hiruzen. But this time is different. Sarutobi Hiruzen is for myself. It's cold. Sarutobi Hiruzen can't discuss with the top at all, can't say at all. Sarutobi Hiruzen knew that Hangguang would not let himself go, and there was no possibility of making peace. Hangguang was not the kind of person who put his interests first. If Hangguang could talk to him about his interests, he might be able to join hands with Hangguang to bring peace to this troubled world. Unfortunately, Hangguang not that kind of person. Konoha's point of view, Sarutobi Hiruzen is hostile to Hangguang, all harm and no gain. Because with the strength of Hangguang and the prestige of Hangguang, it can not only cause heavy damage to Konoha, but even split Konoha. If Sarutobi Hiruzen really thinks about Konoha, suicide is the right way to thank the world. This time, Sarutobi Hiruzen, who always looked at the big picture, completely abandoned the big picture. He is not a real saint at all, he can't let go of his power, his own reputation, let alone his own life. This time he framed Hitachi Taishuo for his own selfish desires. It's an excuse. However, Sarutobi Hiruzen does not think that he is wrong. The so-called people do not kill themselves for their own sake, and it is the same for everyone. Go and test him, make him suspicious, and force him to leave Konoha privately as soon as possible. Sarutobi Hiruzen said hoarsely, tapping his fingers on the armrest of the chair. Yes. Musashi took the order, dodged and disappeared. Sarutobi Hiruzen turned back and said, "Call Namikaze Minato." "Yes." The ninja of Anbu Zero Squadron, who was guarding outside the door, said. After a while, Namikaze Minato hurried to the Hokage office. "Lord Hokage, do you have a mission?" Namikaze Minato asked eagerly. "Yeah," Sarutobi Hiruzen responded with a nasal voice, turned the swivel chair half a turn. Sarutobi Hiruzen faced Namikaze Minato, took out a scroll from his cuff, pressed it on the table, and pushed it cautiously. Namikaze Minato's expression is a little excited, because looking at Sarutobi Hiruzen's face, this mission will be very important. Picking up the scroll and opening a quick glance, the excited expression on Namikaze Minato's face gradually disappeared, replaced by shock and disbelief. This is an investigative piece of information about Captain Anbu's invincible collaborating with the enemy. Anbu Captain Hatake Taishuo, codenamed Wufeng, has secretly colluded with Tsuchikage Onoki, the third generation of Iwagakure village since a year ago, and betrayed important information about Konoha many times, including the 2 times when Konoha died because of wrong information and hundreds of ninjas. Because Wufeng informed Onoki in advance. This ninja war, the #1 enemy of Konoha village is Iwagakure village. There is no more serious crime than collaborating with the enemy. If, like Orochimaru, he killed a few people indiscriminately, or stole Konoha's forbidden technique, those charges are nominally capital crimes, but they are all negotiable. Only collaborating with the enemy, a capital crime, is unforgivable. No matter what difficulties you have, what explanations you have made, or any unreasonable reasons, it is unforgivable. Sarutobi Hiruzen wanted to kill Hatake Taishuo directly, so he made this arrangement. His arrangement was almost seamless. Not only was Konoha prepared to frame Hatake Taishuo's evidence, but even Iwagakure village, Black Zetsu sent the evidence. Black Zetsu will arrange it so that Onoki is willing to prove that Hatake Taishuo really has a connection with him. It's not difficult. After all, Onoki would like to see infighting in Konoha, and Black Zetsu only needs to mention Hangwang to Onoki and make it clear that it is aimed at Hangwang, and Onoki will cooperate. Just look at what Black Zetsu has to say. Sarutobi Hiruzen believes in Black Zetsu's ability, because he is also extremely afraid of Black Zetsu. How can this be? How is it possible? What reason does he have for doing this? Why? Namikaze Minato read the information up and down several times, but still couldn't believe it. Who is Wufeng? That's Sarutobi Hiruzen's #1 confidant, Captain Anbu of Konoha. It can also be said that it is the #1 dog leg of Sarutobi Hiruzen. How can you betray? You should have heard that Uchiha Madara is still alive, right? Sarutobi Hiruzen said solemnly. I know. Namikaze Minato nodded in a daze. It was said by Master Tsunade back then. It is said that Master Hangwang died in Uchiha Madara. Ah! Namikaze Minato suddenly called out, loudly. He thought of it. Uchiha Madara was the murderer who killed Hangwang, and Namikaze Minato had heard about the secret cooperation between Sarutobi Hiruzen and Uchiha Madara, and Namikaze Minato even listened to the teacher Jiraiya and Orochimaru in private talking about Uchiha Madara and Sarutobi Hiruzen. Think about it this way. Hatake Taishuo is Hangwang's direct disciple. He should be opposed to Sarutobi Hiruzen's cooperation with Uchiha Madara, but he has been loyal to Sarutobi Hiruzen all these years. Could it be that it's all fake? Has he started to take revenge in secret? Sarutobi Hiruzen didn't get the word out, but Namikaze Minato had already guessed a bit. He turned out to be. Namikaze Minato stared, and he said the whole thing. I didn't expect that. If we hadn't lost many times on the front line in recent months, and there have been abnormal casualties, I wouldn't have found him. Sarutobi Hiruzen's face flashed a trace of pain. Now the evidence is conclusive. He knowing that Konoha has too many secrets. Once he completely surrenders, it will be a disaster for Konoha. He must not be kept, you understand. Quote. Namikaze Minato blinked at Sarutobi Hiruzen blankly, looked at the information scroll in his hand, looked at Sarutobi Hiruzen again, and finally nodded vigorously. Namikaze Minato didn't have much friendship with Hitaki Taishuo. He just couldn't believe it, but he didn't have any psychological burden. Okay, you didn't let me down. Sarutobi Hiruzen nodded and gave Namikaze Minato a relieved look. In fact, this is also part of his plan. As long as Hitaki Taishuo dies at the hands of Namikaze Minato, then Namikaze Minato and Han Guang will be deadly enemies. He can never become a cold person. Chapter 0963_ is expected of Mr. Hokage. With the strength of Namikaze Minato, he can kill Hitaki Taishuo, but it is also a little troublesome, but Sarutobi Hiruzen has already planned to shoot himself, 2-on-1, plus Masashi's assistance. There is absolutely no possibility of missing. His plan is that as long as Hitaki Taishuo leaves Konoha village privately, he will chase out with Namikaze Minato. Not much to say, just kill. Be sure to kill Hitaki Taishuo on the spot, after which Musashi will produce more detailed evidence, and may even dug out some Konoha confidential information from Hitaki Taishuo. At that time, there will be no evidence of death. As long as the evidence is correct, no one can vindicate Hitaki Taishuo. And even if he was rehabilitated, Sarutobi Hiruzen also prepared a second move. Black Zetsu will be the ultimate culprit. Sarutobi Hiruzen got false information from Black Zetsu, listened to slander, and killed a loyal person by mistake. In this case, Sarutobi Hiruzen's mistake is much smaller than framing his subordinates. Of course that was the worst possible outcome, and Sarutobi Hiruzen didn't believe that would actually happen. Go ahead and wait for my news. Sarutobi Hiruzen stretched out his hand and asked Namikaze Minato to return the intelligence scroll to him, and added, "This matter is not easy to make a big deal. After all, there is a scandal inside our Konoha. Captain Anbu is collaborating with the enemy. I know people I don't know, I'm also at fault. If the matter can be resolved outside the village, then it will be resolved outside the village. When that happens, let's say he died suddenly. After all, he made a lot of merits for Konoha. Although his wife died young, but he still has some relatives after all." Listening to Sarutobi Hiruzen's meaning, after the execution of Hitaki Taishuo, he will save some face for him and preserve his reputation, so that his relatives will not be too difficult in the village in the future. Hitaki Taishuo's relatives are naturally several ninjas in the Hitaki clan, and even Namikaze Minato's disciple, Hitaki Kakashi, is also a nephew who is close to Hitaki Taishuo. Namikaze Minato turned and left, sighing. He admired Sarutobi Hiruzen's decisiveness, and also admired Sarutobi Hiruzen's tolerance, worthy of being Hokage-sama. The footsteps quickly disappeared. Sarutobi Hiruzen narrowed his eyes slightly as he watched Namikaze Minato leave. He is very clear that he will have a battle with Han Guang, one-on-one, and he is not Han Guang's opponent, but his advantage is not in personal strength, but the power in his hands. Namikaze Minato is too young, and being young means there is uncertainty. Sarutobi Hiruzen wants to eliminate this uncertainty, so he arranged for Namikaze Minato to feud with Han Guang. Others, Orochimaru can't be counted on, Tsunade can't even more. And Jiraiya. In fact, Sarutobi Hiruzen also thought about letting Jiraiya come back and participate in this matter, but he finally gave up this plan, because Jiraiya has too many hearts, although he doesn't seem smart enough, and has many bad problems, such as lust, but Jiraiya, after all, is from the most in the tragic Second Ninja World War. The ninjas who have come to today have experienced too many intrigues, and it is very possible to see the problem based on experience alone. But on the other hand, among the three direct disciples of Sarutobi Hiruzen, the most loyal is Jiraiya. Even with Tsunade and Orochimaru, the possibility of him taking refuge in the cold light is very low. In the eastern district of Konoha village, a high-walled house has 4 rows of stone houses. Each row has more than a dozen rooms, and the clanging sound of beating is constantly heard from each room. This is Konoha's blast furnace workshop, which belongs to the military center. The sophisticated weapons and equipment used by Konoha advanced ninjas are all produced from this workshop. In addition to the 2 battalions of 300 garrison ninjas stationed outside the workshop, there are also Anbu ninjas nearby. Patrol duty. Wearing a mask, Hatake Taishuo walked down the corridor, turning his head from time to time to look at the stone house window. He just came over to inspect and investigate whether Han Guang was resurrected. He had been doing it in secret. On the surface, he still maintained his responsibilities as Captain Anbu. You went to the Tomb of Heroes again. A deep voice suddenly sounded from behind. Hatake Taishuo stopped and didn't look back. He could hear whose voice it was. Musashi. Is there a problem? No, I'm just curious. You have been to the Tomb of Heroes 8 times in the past 2 days, staring at Han Guang's tombstone in a daze. Why? Musashi's words are already very direct. He is clearly telling Hatake Taishuo, I have been eyeing you. It has nothing to do with you. Hatake Taishuo replied coldly and continued to walk forward. Musashi watched Hatake Taishuo walk away with a cunning look in his eyes. He is not willing to penetrate Hatake Taishuo's heart. It is a fog, but he knows that after what he said today, Hatake Taishuo will definitely go out to find the cold light. It is only a matter of time. Musashi dodged and disappeared. Hatake Taishuo, who was far away, stopped in the shade of a tree, looked back, and frowned. More and more sure. If there is no special reason, it is impossible for Musashi to stare at this kind of thing. What happened to Han Guang's tomb? Even if Hatake Taishuo slept in front of Han Guang's tombstone, he could understand that he missed his teacher, and there was nothing wrong with it. Leaving the blast furnace workshop, Hatake Taishuo walked on the tree-lined path with a slow pace and many thoughts. He had a very strong sense of crisis. The possibility of teacher Han Guang's resurrection is already extremely high, and in this case, he is likely to be targeted by Sarutobi Hiruzen. Meow. The suspicious cat meow suddenly sounded. Huh. Hatake Taishuo looked back quickly, stunned for a moment, and then his eyes widened. Orochimaru, S. No, it's a teacher. A cold ninja beast. The shadow cat squatted on the 3-meter-high branch of a big tree beside him and tilted his head to look at Hatake Taishuo, his tail drooping and swaying. Hatake Taishuo, Shadow Cat asked. It's me. Who asked you to come? Hatake Taishuo clenched his hands all of a sudden. It's really you. The shadow cat's eyes rolled. In fact, it didn't know Hatake Taishuo very well. Although he and the little black cat were familiar with Konoha before, Hatake Taishuo always dressed up as a mysterious whereabouts. Who asked you to come? Hatake Taishuo asked urgently. Master, Hangguang, you all call it Hangguang, but it's actually just a code name. Shadow Cat murmured, flashed, and appeared on top of Hatake Taishuo's head, then lowered his head and spat out a small ball of paper from his mouth. Hatake Taishuo was quick-witted and grabbed the paper ball in his hand. Chapter 0964-Kill a person in 10 steps. Hatake Taishuo's heart was very excited. Whether the resurrection of the cold light was true or not depends on what was written in the note. Hatake Taishuo clenched his fist and slowly opened the note with a line of words on it. In the 34th year of Konoha, on the 16th of June, you asked me what the swordsman did, and I said, kill one person in 10 steps, and leave nowhere for 1,000 miles. 10 steps to kill one person. 1,000 miles without leaving. 10 steps to kill one person. One person. Hatake Taishuo looked at the words on the note, and kept muttering to himself, his hands gradually trembling, and his eyes were full of yuhi. 13 years ago, on June 16, the 34th year of Konoha, Hatake Taishuo asked Lu Han about swordsmanship on that day. After Lu Han instructed him, Hatake Taishuo asked Lu Han what a swordsman was and how to do it. A real swordsman. At that time, he was in a staged bottleneck period, and he was at a loss, so he asked questions. This is a philosophical question. It can be interpreted in a narrow sense, a broad sense, and in many ways. Lu Han didn't understand philosophy, and he couldn't explain the big truth in simple words, but he explained it anyway. Killing a person in 10 steps. These are 2 lines from the ancient 5-character poem, The Sha Ke Xing, written by Li Bai, a poet in Lu Han's previous life, and it is also Lu Han's attitude as a knife repairer. These 2 poems, Lu Han only said to Hitoki Tai Shuo, a direct disciple of swordsmanship. This is something only the 2 of them know. Where is the teacher? Hitoki Tai Shuo suddenly raised his head and asked, and quickly raised his hand to grab the shadow cat above his head. Meow. Shadow cat dodged, jumped to a tree next to it, and wagged its tail. Kumogakure village, he asked me to take you there. Let's go. Now, do you want to pack up, Lee? Don't. There's nothing to clean up. Hitoki Tai Shuo can't wait, and, he really has nothing to clean up. He has been alone for too long. His wife died young, he has no children, and he has no home. Meow, then let's go this way. Shadow cat jumped continuously on the tree. Hitoki Tai Shuo followed the shadow cat and looked down at the note from time to time. When he was about to run out of the woods with the shadow cat, he suddenly stopped. The shadow cat jumped forward twice more before looking back at him suspiciously. 10 steps to kill 1 person. 1,000 miles without leaving. 10 steps to kill 1 person. Kill 1 person. 1 person. Hitoki Tai Shuo repeated over and over again, not knowing what to think, his eyes filled with cruelty. Faintly the murderous aura rippled from him. The shadow cat's hair exploded all over, and immediately disappeared, and then reappeared on a tree more than 20 meters away, staring cautiously at Hitoki Tai Shuo and said, Meow, aren't you Hitoki Tai Shuo? Kill someone. Don't answer me, are you Hitoki Tai Shuo? Kill someone. Hitoki Tai Shuo seemed to be suffering from a disease. He ignored the shadow cat's question. He muttered, the direction of the Hokage building, staring intently. Hello. You wait for me outside the village. Hitoki Tai Shuo's tone was icy cold. He regained the character of Captain Anbu, holding the handle of the knife in his hand, and walked back slowly. What's the matter? Could it be the wrong person? What's the situation? He is Hitoki Tai Shuo, he can't be wrong. Shadow cat muttered, watching Hitoki Tai Shuo go away, shaking his head for a while, and then disappeared. Hokage building, Hokage office. Sarutobi Hiruzen was reviewing the information, and Musashi appeared in the corner out of thin air. Sarutobi Hiruzen raised his head slightly, and while closing the information scroll, he asked, how is it? He will go, just these few days. Musashi said hoarsely. Well, keep an eye on him. Sarutobi Hiruzen nodded. Anbu sighed. You have to make arrangements too. I'm afraid there will be some ninjas who won't believe in Wufeng's mutiny. If necessary, I don't mind killing a few more people. I understand. Go on, by the way. Send a letter to Jiraiya and have him come back in 5 days. Yes. Musashi took the lead, then dodged and disappeared into the corner. Sarutobi Hiruzen stared at the table, thought for a while, then lowered his head and continued to review the information. After an unknown amount of time, Sarutobi Hiruzen reviewed about a third of the information, and there was a knock on the door. Dong dong. Come in. The door was quickly opened, and the mysterious Hitoki Tai Shuo stepped in, closed the door with a backhand, and then walked to the desk. Sarutobi Hiruzen glanced up, then pretended not to care, looked down at the 2 lines of words, and said, what's the matter? Lord Hokage, I suspect Musashi intends to rebel. Hitoki Tai Shuo calmly said. Huh. Sarutobi Hiruzen suddenly frowned and looked at Hitoki Tai Shuo, squinting slightly, his eyes flashed, do you have evidence? You can't talk nonsense, he is the leader of the route. Sarutobi Hiruzen showed enough caution. It's the Uchiha clan. Hitoki Tai Shuo replied. Uchiha Fugaku, the chief of the Uchiha clan, was promoted by Lord Hokage, loyal to Konoha, and did not intend to rebel, but the actual controller of the Uchiha clan is not Uchiha Fugaku, but several elders of the Uchiha clan. Lord Hokage should know their thoughts. Anbu has collected and sorted out this information more than once. Quote. So, Musashi and them. Sarutobi Hiruzen's face was very solemn. They have had a secret conversation, more than once. Hatake Taishuo continued, and just at noon today, the Uchiha tribe made an unusual move. The Uchiha seniors, except Fugaku, held a secret meeting before the unusual move. Up to 3 hours. Quote. Sarutobi Hiruzen frowned and tapped the table with his fingers subconsciously. He believed it. In other words, a part of the letter. Because Sarutobi Hiruzen did not completely trust Musashi, otherwise it would be impossible for Musashi to make a wrong arrangement, prompting Hatake Taishuo to meet with Orochimaru. Sarutobi Hiruzen always knew that Musashi was the son of the test subject, and he had already tested Musashi. Blood vessels. Lord Hokage. Hatake Taishuo took out the scroll from his arms. This is an intelligence summary. Sarutobi Hiruzen quickly took the information and opened it. This moment. The rich fire attribute chakra waves are turbulent, and the scroll burst into a fireball. Hatake Taishuo strikes instantly. Chapter 0965-Unforgivable. The moment he opened the scroll, Sarutobi Hiruzen noticed the detonating talisman wrapped in the scroll, and his eyes were horrified. Ninjas are basically high offense and low defense. Sarutobi Hiruzen's combat power is terrifying, but his flesh is not much defense. In the face of sneak attacks, if you can't dodge in time, a small fireball can burn him to death. In fact, even Lao Ai, who was hailed as the strongest shield in those days, before his body was activated, his body was stronger, and he didn't have much defensive power. Sarutobi Hiruzen didn't expect Hatake Taishuo to dare to attack him. He already knew that Hatake Taishuo had a rebellious heart, and to take refuge in Hengguang would be a rebellion, but he still never thought about this possibility, and because Hatake Taishuo skillfully grasped his psychology, he fabricated the false story that Musashi wanted to rebel, causing him to revolt. Ignore precautions. When the fire attribute chakra fluctuations appeared, Sarutobi Hiruzen began to pull back. When the fire burst, he was about to dodge and disappear, but because of the flames, the space was not stable enough, and he stayed behind. Hatake Taishuo didn't expect a detonator to kill Sarutobi Hiruzen. The only function of the detonator is to suppress Sarutobi Hiruzen dodge in the first place. In the case of a sneak attack, in terms of melee lethality, swordsmanship is the strongest. Any kind of technique has a process of mobilizing chakra, and most of them require a hand seal, but the knife technique is different, and the knife is only in an instant. Knife like thunder. With the explosion of the fire, the terrifying knife shadow tore the fire again, the desk was directly smashed, the floor was cut and penetrated, the office chair and the wall behind the office chair were all torn apart, and the waterfall knife rain shrouded Sarutobi Hiruzen. Sarutobi Hiruzen is a man, he is not a god. Although he is the Grand Master of the 5 elements of ninjutsu and is known as a ninjutsu professor, he is not a match for Hatake Taishuo in melee combat if he has no weapons and it is too late for hand seal. Hatake Taishuo is weaker than him, but he is a sneak attack. Sarutobi Hiruzen just needed a respite and distance to turn things around. But Hatake Taishuo will not give him this chance. The light of the knife is like a waterfall, like a rainstorm, and the terrifying airflow is swirling in it. At this moment, Hatake Taishuo is murderous. Sarutobi Hiruzen retreated furiously, dodged furiously, everything happened very fast. Sarutobi Hiruzen didn't even recover from the shock, he felt a pain in his arm and blood splashed. Outside the Hokage building, in the grove, the shadow cat stood on a thin branch at the top of the tree, swaying with the wind, staring at the direction of the Hokage building, full of doubts. Why don't you say it's okay to go together? What are you doing here again? The terrifying chakra fluctuation suddenly appeared. It was followed by a loud roar. Less than a second before and after. Boom _. A hole was blown out on the side of the Hokage building, and as the sawdust splashed, a figure with a bamboo hat fell out of the hole, and another figure followed closely. This figure is really Hatake Taishuo. How dare you? Sarutobi Hiruzen drank in anger. You broke your promise, Hatake Taishuo said coldly. Sarutobi Hiruzen fell to the ground with a bang, and then bounced up, dodging extremely thrillingly dodging the light of the knife that Hatake Taishuo was chasing. Who? Protect Hokage-sama. You captain. Anbu ninjas who were secretly guarding nearby appeared one after another. They were about to be stunned, but someone dared to attack Lord Hokage. And when they saw who was attacking Hokage, they were really stunned. Is it Konoha's Captain Anbu, Lord Hokage's #1 confidant, who wants to kill Hokage? They all stood on the spot in shock, and even forgot to rescue. Although it only lasted for a few seconds, Sarutobi Hiruzen was in danger again. A layer of ice condensed in front of Sarutobi Hiruzen, but it was directly smashed by Hatake Taishuo, but Sarutobi Hiruzen also took the opportunity to open up a little distance. Wafang, you dare! A strange exclamation sounded, containing unbelievable anger. A thin figure flickered in front of Sarutobi Hiruzen, and black mist exploded all over his body. It's Musashi. Looking for death, Hatake Taishuo drank coldly. The terrifying rain of knives splashed on Musashi. When the knife light collided with the black mist, there was a harsh crashing sound. The knife light rolled around Musashi and directly knocked him out. I don't know how many knives penetrated the black mist defense. Hit Musashi. Musashi flew like a cannonball through the woods. Bang _ Fireworks explode over Hokage building. Konoha highest alert, Hokage attacked. Sarutobi Hiruzen has already drawn a certain distance from Hatake Taishuo. He can fight back or escape, but he is injured, and the injury is in his extremely important right hand, which is bloody. This kind of injury weakens his strength by at least 90%. Hatake Taishuo is approaching Sarutobi Hiruzen with extreme speed. He is going to kill Sarutobi Hiruzen. He didn't think about what would happen to him after killing Sarutobi Hiruzen. He didn't think about it because he wasn't Hatake Tsukumo. Then, White Fang was cold-hearted and felt betrayed and abandoned by Sarutobi Hiruzen. He was desperate, so he chose to commit suicide. But Hatake Taishuo won't do that. He doesn't have that kind of complicated feelings for Sarutobi Hiruzen. He has hatred. Just take revenge. Sarutobi Hiruzen promised him back then that he would give him a chance to kill Uchiha Madara. He believed it, and for this he became Sarutobi Hiruzen's most loyal lackey, right or wrong, whatever Sarutobi Hiruzen asked him to do. Sarutobi Hiruzen chose to unite with Uchiha Madara to deal with the cold light after the resurrection of the cold light, and Hatake Taishuo was out of anger. This is a betrayal, unforgivable. Sarutobi Hiruzen has already flashed in the woods. Hatake Taishuo chased in. Approaching again, the knife light is tearing everything in front of him. Nothing can stop him. At the same time, the strong Konoha who was in the office had already rushed out of the Hokage building. It could even be said that the entire Konoha ninja was moving and rushing towards this side. No front, you traitor! Sarutobi Hiruzen's angry shout resounded through Konoha like thunder. Give me death! Hatake Taishuo waved his scythe with a ferocious face. Kai _ The sound of breaking the air is coming. A golden lightning bolt slanted directly between Hatake Taishuo and Sarutobi Hiruzen. Spiral Flash Super Wheel Dance and Roar 3 Styles. Chapter-961-980 Namikaze Minato is here. In less than 10 seconds, he came, no matter where he was in Konoha, as long as he sensed the fighting here, or saw the warning signal, he would be the first to come. In the art of Hiraishin, he has surpassed Hokage Senju Tobarama, the founder of the art of Hiraishin. Hatake Taishuo's heart sank to the bottom when he saw the golden light flashing before his eyes. Namikaze Minato is better than him, even if he can't beat him quickly, he is better than him. Countless golden lights have shrouded Hatake Taishuo, up and down, front, back, left and right. There are attacks everywhere, spiral flashes, super round dance and roar. This is Namikaze Minato's strongest attack skills. The reason why he came here is to use big moves. It was because Sarutobi Hiruzen informed him in advance that Hatake Taishuo was collaborating with the enemy. So it can be said that he is Konoha Yui, someone who is not surprised by Hitachi Taishuo's surprise attack on Hokage. Even Sarutobi Hiruzen finds it unbelievable, because Sarutobi Hiruzen knows Hitachi Taishuo, but Namikaze Minato doesn't, so he thinks he can do anything. Hitachi Taishuo is crazy. The rain of knives surrounds him, and the light of knives is connected together, forming a barrier that is close to the protective cover. He is weaker than Namikaze Minato, but not so weak that he will be killed by Namikaze Minato in seconds. That is impossible. 5 seconds. Namikaze Minato's ultimate move ended, and the golden lightning suddenly stopped in front of Sarutobi Hiruzen, protecting Sarutobi Hiruzen behind him. Hitachi Taishuo held the blade of Kurigakure, stared at Namikaze Minato with fierce eyes, and glanced at Sarutobi Hiruzen extremely unwillingly. He had no chance, and without others, just one Namikaze Minato could completely stop him from killing Sarutobi Hiruzen. Traitor, Namikaze Minato said coldly. He didn't immediately attack Hitachi Taishuo, because Sarutobi Hiruzen was injured and his self-protection ability was insufficient. If Hitachi Taishuo found a chance to bypass him and attack Sarutobi Hiruzen again, it would be bad. Hitachi Taishuo said nothing, slowly backed away, and glanced at the nearby Anbu ninja with his peripheral vision. Several Konoha strongmen who came out of the Hokage building rushed to Sarutobi Hiruzen, and they didn't do anything to Hitachi Taishuo, some because they were stunned, and some simply didn't dare. Hitachi Taishuo's murderous aura was too heavy, and its strength can definitely kill some so-called Konoha powerhouses in close combat. More and more ninjas rushed to the scene, because they were late, they didn't understand what was going on, and there were no enemies at the scene. On the other hand, Captain Anbu looks murderous. What about the enemy? In the distant grove, on the treetops, Shadow Cat looked at the scene with a dazed expression. What the hell is this? How to deal with it? Luhan didn't tell it what to do after this happened. It had already found Hitachi Taishuo. According to the plan, it was going to take Hitachi Taishuo to Kumogakure village, but now it obviously didn't the ability to rescue Hitachi Taishuo. Hitachi Taishuo suddenly moved into a glimpse and rushed towards the direction of Hokage Rock. It's better to go from there. Because as long as he climbs over the Hokage Rock, he will enter the Konoha Back Mountain Forest, where the terrain is complex and there are countless organs. He is the captain of Anbu, and no one knows the layout of the Back Mountain Forest better than him. Once he enters the Back Mountain, he can quickly. There were not many ninjas chasing him, and the Konoha garrison could not quickly form a siege. As Konoha's top 5 powerhouses, even though Sarutobi Hiruzen himself is injured, he still has the possibility of escaping. Namikaze Minato is fast, but his attack power is not good. He does not have an advantage against Hitachi Taishuo in melee combat, and he has the possibility to escape. Sex is still there. Hitachi Taishuo moved. Namikaze Minato also moved. Hiraishin Kunai chased after Hitachi Taishuo. Namikaze Minato appeared, and Rasengan bombarded. Hitachi Taishuo returned to the Patriarch of the Sword, but used skillful strength. Although the Rasengan burst, he also flew out backwards, jumping directly for 100 meters. The others were still in the air, but he waved the sword, with the blade of Kurigakure as the center. Thick the fog spreads quickly. Namikaze Minato's face changed. If you want to keep Hitachi Taishuo, you have to fight him in close combat, so that you can get entangled, but the dense fog will block everyone's sight, and the judgment will be inaccurate only by the sense of breath, which greatly increases Namikaze Minato to drag Hitachi Tai master difficulty. Kill him. Wu Feng, he is a traitor. Sarutobi Hiruzen shouted excitedly. Konoha ninjas who came later, and those who were stunned, all reacted. In an instant, at least hundreds of ninjas set off, all chasing in the direction where Hitachi Taishuo fled. There are still dozens of ninjas surrounding Sarutobi Hiruzen to protect his safety, mainly Anbu ninjas. Anbu medical ninjas stationed in the Hokage building has come to Sarutobi Hiruzen, carefully dragging his bloody right hand to heal him. This kind of injury is actually not too serious, minor burns and lacerations of flesh and blood. Fractures are not poisoned or sealed, so it is not difficult to heal. Sarutobi Hiruzen's body was shaking. Not because of pain, but because of anger. He always stared at the huge moving fog. A large number of ninjas chased after him. Many of them were using ninjutsu to eliminate the fog. Namikaze Minato also chased into the fog, but the fog-creating ability of the Kurigakure blade too strong. Some are blown away, new ones will appear soon, and more. In the thick fog, even Namikaze Minato can hardly stop Hatake Taishuo from escaping. Hatake Taishuo quickly rushed under the Hokage rock, and the huge fog mass dragged its tail towards the Hokage rock. Sarutobi Hiruzen has been staring. His hand is being healed. It won't take long to heal. When his hand heals, he will kill Hatake Taishuo himself. Hokage building not far away. Kaharu Utatane, Homura Mitokado, and more than a dozen civilian staff who originally worked in the Hokage building all looked at the situation in shock. Around them, hundreds of ninjas had gathered to protect their safety. The fog mass reached the top of Hokage Rock, and was blown away by futon, wind-style ninjutsu, and did not appear again. Hatake Taishuo also disappeared. He has entered the back mountain forest. Lord Hokage, it's all right, said the medical ninja next to Sarutobi Hiruzen. Sarutobi Hiruzen clenched his fists and rushed out with a sonic boom. Chapter 0967_U Dog. When Hatake Taishuo moved towards the Hokage rock, Sarutobi Hiruzen understood Hatake Taishuo's mind. He might really escape. Because the incident happened too suddenly, and Hatake Taishuo is a ninja who is good at speed, melee combat, and breakthrough, most of the Konoha ninjas have not yet arrived at the scene of the incident, let alone chased. Sarutobi Hiruzen hasn't personally killed anyone for many years. Captain Konoha Anbu betrayed and killed Konoha Hokage. Once this incident spreads, it will definitely stir up the ninja world. Hatake Taishuo will become a hero in some people's hearts, and Sarutobi Hiruzen will also become a laughingstock for some people. It's a shame. Sarutobi Hiruzen must kill Hatake Taishuo, kill himself, immediately. Just after Sarutobi Hiruzen chased after him, in the depths of the woods, several Konoha ninjas were surrounding a thin corpse, covered in blood, checking whether there was any possibility to save him, but the corpse suddenly sat up. Ha! Musashi breathed heavily, a strange yuhi color flashed in his opened eyes. He is not dead. But it looks like the injury is very serious. The clothes are tattered, the flesh and blood all over the body, elbows, ribs, abdomen, legs. There are deep bone wounds everywhere. At the critical moment, he rushed to resist Hatake Taishuo's terrifying ultimate move. Even if he had other stronger confrontation abilities, it was too late to use it. He didn't die because he was not a normal person by nature. The surrounding Konoha ninjas all took a few steps back in fright. Musashi gasped, his lost eyes finally focused, and he raised his hand seal with trembling, strange chakra fluctuations rippling from his body. Visible to the naked eye. His wounds are healing fast. Even the crack in the leg bone healed quickly. The mountain behind Konoha, in the endless forest. Namikaze Minato stood on the tree branch and glanced around with his brows fixed. Hatake Taishuo disappeared after entering the back mountain. Namikaze Minato was looking for him. The biggest possibility at present is that Hatake Taishuo hid when he entered the back mountain, and his breath remained motionless. Call. Several figures appeared beside Namikaze Minato, and on the trees behind him, dozens of Konoha ninjas followed, all of whom had just caught up, and they were only one step behind Namikaze Minato. Look, he's nearby, Namikaze Minato waved. Dozens of ninjas jumped out in an instant and began to look for Hatake Taishuo, and even a ninja channeled a ninja dog and used the ninja dog's sense of smell to find it. Namikaze Minato is still standing on the tree. He guessed that Hatake Taishuo must have been hiding and asked others to look for it, but he was deliberately frightening the snake. As long as Hatake Taishuo moved because of this, any small and abnormal noises caused by the disturbance might be caught by Namikaze Minato. What about people? Sarutobi Hiruzen appeared beside Namikaze Minato like a ghost. Gone, Namikaze Minato replied. More and more Konoha ninjas rushed to the back mountain forest. The search continued, and the scope of the search was gradually expanding, but Hatake Teishuo seemed to disappear out of thin air without a trace. Kilometers away. Hatake Teishuo is moving forward cautiously. The speed is not fast, but it is definitely not slow. He is very careful and hardly makes a sound. Although he needs to use chakra to perform such a difficult skill, he has no divination. Chakra fluctuates, and there is no breath, smell. The shadow cat was lying on top of Hatake Teishuo's head, one paw pressed forward, motionless like a sculpture. It is it that seals off everything that can be perceived in Hatake Teishuo. As a ninja beast gifted with time and space ability, Shadow Cat's time and space ability is not only instant, it can only be said that it is mainly instant. At present, it is in this state, closed, by Hatake Teishuo, and it cannot move by itself. On Sarutobi Hiruzen's side, a senior ninja from the Hyuga clan finally arrived at the scene, opened by Akugan, and investigated through perspective. Over there, 8 kilometers away, the ninja quickly spotted Hatake Teishuo and shouted, pointing to the east. Chase! Sarutobi Hiruzen glanced back and shouted. Namikaze Minato has disappeared from the tree. Because the distance was far enough, Hatake Teishuo began to run wildly. The shadow cat still crawled on top of his head like a sculpture, maintaining a closed, isolating Hatake Teishuo's breath and smell. The piercing sound of breaking the air strikes. The golden light flashed by Hatake Teishuo's side. Hatake Teishuo's face changed, and he turned sideways to dodge. Boom! Rasengan bombarded the big tree on the side, directly smashing the towering tree. Hatake Teishuo shakes the blade of Kurigakure, and the thick fog reappears. The shadow cat looked frightened and disappeared above Hatake Teishuo's head. Damn! Hatake Teishuo scolded. You can't escape, Namikaze Minato said solemnly. Hatake Teishuo's face was ugly, because he had already felt the aura of Sarutobi Hiruzen's rapid approach, and he was very violent, and he was destined to be unable to get rid of Namikaze Minato, no matter how hard he struggled and resisted. As long as Sarutobi Hiruzen joined the battlefield, his death was coming. Damn, you dog, you Sarutobi Hiruzen's dog, right and wrong. Hatake Teishuo's frantic voice came from the thick fog. Traitor, damn it, Namikaze Minato replied. The two began to fight, fighting for life and death. Hatake Teishuo is also not running away. It is pointless, he has to fight with Namikaze Minato desperately. Even if he is dead, he has to pull back. The shadow cat hid far away, squatted on the tree, and scratched the cat on its head with its small paws, looking very distressed. What to do? It simply cannot bring Hatake Teishuo back to Kumogakure village now. Mission to be completed. Shadow Cat's eyes rolled, and it didn't even wag its tail. After thinking about it, its little head drooped. It couldn't do anything. Whirring _ A figure rushed from the west at high speed, with a terrifying aura that made people chill from the bottom of my heart, and kept crashing directly into the thick fog that kept roaring. Is Sarutobi Hiruzen. The shadow cat raised its small head again, meowing a few times, as if making a great determination, then meowing again, stretching its little paws forward with a sense of ritual, and solemnly photographed it. Bang! With a flash of white smoke, a black-robed figure appeared out of thin air in front of Shadow Cat. Chapter-968-Surprised. Kumogakure Village, Lone Peak Mansion. After Orochimaru explained Hatake Teishuo's situation, several people discussed it, mainly two things. One was that Luhan wanted to kill Uchiha Madara. Luhan just said a few words about this matter without discussing it in depth. One thing is the relationship between Kumogakure Village and Konoha Village. In this third ninja war, Kumogakure and Konoha should be regarded as semi-allies. Although there is no clear alliance, but more than a year ago, Lao Ai led the army to march into Iwagakure. In order to cover the retreat of the troops, Lao Ai fought bloody battle with Iwagakure for 3 days and 3 nights, and died of exhaustion. This is the inexorable hatred between Kumogakure and Iwagakure. The enemy of the so-called enemy is a friend, so the current Kumogakure is a good friend with Konoha. But now, because of Lu Han's relationship, the relationship between Konoha village and Kumogakure village is likely to deteriorate rapidly, and even Sarutobi Hiruzen, for the benefit of Konoha, is likely to turn enemies into friends with Iwagakure village and fight against Kumogakure village together. With the addition of Uchiha Madara, or Black Zetsu's arrangement, Kumogakure is likely to be in danger. This is an extreme case. But it could still happen. Lu Han took the initiative to bring up this matter, not because it was unfounded, but because Tsunade and others could only be temporarily placed in Kumogakure village to be safe, and Kumogakure village had to take great risks for this. Although Xiao Ai had no turning back, Lu Han did not feel that of course, although Xiao Ai is his apprentice, Xiao Ai is not alone, he is Raikage, who shoulders the responsibility of guarding tens of thousands of people in Kumogakure village. Lu Han wanted to make it clear that if Xiao Ai expressed concerns, or if the senior officials of Kumogakure village opposed and put pressure on Xiao Ai, Lu Han would probably take Tsunade and others away. After everyone finished talking, Xiao Ai said goodbye and left. He had to make arrangements and prepare in advance. Whether the top Kumogakure will put pressure on him remains to be seen. Tsunade left Orochimaru with him for lunch, and kept talking with him in the lobby, asking about Konoha over the years. Hyuga Luo Ning arranged a room for Uchiha Makoto, and then took her back to the back house. She went to the kitchen to cook, and Makoto followed him cautiously. She didn't dare to look at Tsunade's face, she could feel that Tsunade didn't like her very much. Lu Han took Xiao Ali to the yard to test his practice homework. In fact, he should go to Uzumaki Kushina at this time, but he didn't know if the Shadow Cat would channel him backwards. In case he just said to Uzumaki Kushina half of the words, before being explained clearly, was reversed and walked away. That would cause trouble. This matter can be put aside for a while, anyway, Uzumaki Kushina is in Kumogakure village, so it can't be lost. In the courtyard, the wind was blowing. Although Ali knows the technique of Hiraishin, he is actually a ninja of taijutsu. He has high attainments in the use of strange powers of taijutsu. The teacher, who teaches her is Tsunade. Tsunade style. Between the static and the movement, there is quite a charm, and the swaying of the arm often brings out the sound of exploding gas. It's time to eat. Hyuga Luo Ning's call came from inside the house. Xiao Ali stopped, wiped the sweat from his forehead, and looked at Lu Han expectantly. Very good, Lu Han commented. Xiao Ali immediately smiled happily. The two walked towards the door, and Xiao Ali suddenly asked, Dad, you haven't told me yet, what are those golden lights, and Yuhi lights, those things, scrolls, what are they? Well, Lu Han dragged a long tone, thinking about how to explain it to Ali. He suddenly remembered that it seemed that he had not counted the kills and drops for many days. Since many days ago in the Kingdom of Vortex, he killed Hanzo and killed White Zetsu for the 2nd time. Today, he killed White Zetsu for the 3rd time. I haven't counted the rewards, there's no special reason, I just can't think of it. I just reunited with my family when I was in the country of the Vortex, and I was with them wholeheartedly. Here, there are too many things. 3 kills of White Zetsu achieved an incredible hidden achievement, and Lu Han still didn't know what the reward was. Dad, the two had already reached the door, and Ali tilted his head and called again, as if hoping that Lu Han would answer. Actually, Lu Han suddenly turned pale, he felt an irresistible force attached to him. Reverse channeling. Lu Han opened his mouth and wanted to say something, but he disappeared out of thin air. Indoor lobby. Food was already on the table, Hyuga Luo Ning was busy, Tsunade invited Orochimaru to take a seat, Uchiha Makoto looked a little embarrassed and didn't know whether to sit or not. Dad is gone, Xiao Li outside the door suddenly shouted. Huh. Everyone looked up at the door. At the door, Ailey frowned slightly and said, "It's like this again," and suddenly disappeared. "What's going on?" "It's the Shadow Cat," Orochimaru said. Here he knows the situation between Lu Han and the Shadow Cat best. Reverse channeling. Han Guang went to Konoha. There must be something wrong. Tai Shuo is dead. Tsunade's expression changed. The mountain forest behind Konoha village. Lu Han felt the darkness in front of his eyes, and then he appeared out of thin air in the vast forest. In the thick fog that was more than 100 away, there were bursts of roars, and 3 terrifying chakra fluctuations were intertwined, accompanied by shouts. The insight map opened in seconds, and the name of Yuhi was in the thick fog. Fire Country Konoha Hidden Village 3 Generations Hokage 70 Bronze Boss, Sarutobi Hiruzen. Within a 10-kilometer radius, at least hundreds of Yuhi-named ninjas were rapidly approaching the dense fog, and even more Yuhi names kept rushing into the detection range of the insight map. There is also a teammate Blue in the dense fog. There is no doubt that it is Hitaki Tai Shuo. Sarutobi Hiruzen chose to attack Hitaki Tai Shuo today. Did he make up a crime? Don't think too much, I'm shocked. Was like an active volcano that had been sleeping for thousands of years suddenly came alive, and the terrifying chakra fluctuation of ultimate erupted from Lu Han at this moment. Teacher. Hitaki Tai Shuo looked happy. Cold light. Sarutobi Hiruzen's pupils shrank violently. Who's here? Namikaze face was stunned, the breath was too strong. The 3 people reacted differently in the dense fog. Chapter 0969_Life and Death. Damn, why is he here? Why did he suddenly appear here? Thoughts flashed in Sarutobi Hiruzen's mind. He wanted to understand. In fact, the Hyuga clan ninjas also saw the Shadow Cat when they detected Hitaki Tai Shuo before. But didn't say it. Sarutobi Hiruzen simply didn't have time to think too much. That was both familiar and unfamiliar appeared and quickly approached, and in an instant, it arrived behind Sarutobi Hiruzen, and the pure waterfall knife rain fell like the silver river, attacking Sarutobi Hiruzen angrily. Lu Han didn't hold back. Since he is here, then, this is a war of death and death. Sarutobi Hiruzen reacted extremely quickly. After all, he was in a state of battle. His alertness was 12 points. Rumbling _. The sound of a collision that seemed to pierce the eardrums exploded in the forest, and the shock wave swept across the surrounding fog was blown away in an instant. Sarutobi Hiruzen wielded both kunai and crossed it against Lu Han's shocking blade. His muscles were shaking, his body was slightly bowed, and his eyes were staring at Lu Han's eyes like a sinister. Lu Han was wearing a mask. He knew that he might be reverse-channeled, so he was always ready. The eyes under the mask were extremely cold. You shouldn't come. We shouldn't be enemies either, Sarutobi Hiruzen said. Really? Ha! Lu Leng responded with a smile. Many things, both of them are well aware, and they don't need to say anything in detail. A dozen meters away, in different directions, Namikaze Minato and Hitaki Tai Shuo both forgot to fight at this moment. The former seemed to have thought of something. It was this guy who pretended to be cold that day. On the other hand, Hitaki Tai Shuo was full of excitement. War? Sarutobi Hiruzen asked. Divided between life and death. Lu Han replied in a low voice. Both disappeared at the same time. Immediately after appearing on the tree above, Lu Han slashed wildly. Sarutobi Hiruzen waved his hands together. The blade of Jinghong and Kuei collided time and time again. Sparks splashed, and the shock wave was endless. Both of them were fast, only the fast left under the shadow. Because Lu Han also used any boosting ability, such as Raiden Thunder Style, Chakra Mode, Angry Blood State, or the strongest Sage Mode, it was useless, so he couldn't defeat Sarutobi Hiruzen quickly. Sarutobi Hiruzen is the top level 70 bronze boss, which is not far behind the level 70 white silver. During the Second World War, Lu Han's strength was definitely close to the level 70 gold level, and may have even reached it, but now, it is weaker. Because QB 9 Tails. Final battle between Lu Han and Uchiha Madara. he was a Jinchuriki column force from Kyuubi, 9 tails, and could transform into a half-tailed beast. But now, due to the lack of Kyuubi, 9 tails bonus, his strength is relatively weakened some. But playing Sarutobi Hiruzen is still not a problem. Boom, 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 boom. There was a constant roar in the forest. Wherever Luhan and Sarutobi Hiruzen passed, trees, rocks, and ground were all bursting. The advantage was on Luhan's side. Sarutobi Hiruzen was always on the defensive and couldn't fight back at all. Namikaze Minato finally reacted and threw Hiraishin Kunai with a throw. Golden lightning flew behind Luhan. Luhan suddenly spiraled, guarding him with the light of a knife. While forcing Namikaze Minato to retreat, he resisted Sarutobi Hiruzen's first counterattack. Minato, you don't have to interfere. Sarutobi Hiruzen roared, while quickly dodging back, hand seal. Namikaze Minato, who wanted to join the attack again, was stunned for a moment. The golden lightning stopped on a tree more than 10 meters behind Luhan and turned into Namikaze Minato's figure. He blinked and understood something. First, Lord Hokage must know this person. Second, they have a grudge. Third, they are dueling. Yes, the two are dueling. From the first time the two played against each other, both of them made this decision. Luhan wanted to kill Sarutobi Hiruzen for no complicated reason, because Sarutobi Hiruzen really angered him. Sarutobi Hiruzen thought more. He was worried that Luhan would reveal his identity, but if he let Konoha besiege Luhan, Luhan would definitely do so, so he chose to duel. Only by fighting one-on-one, fighting between life and death, Luhan will not talk nonsense. Sarutobi Hiruzen is not sure whether he is really Luhan's opponent. Luhan's peak record is vague, but Sarutobi Hiruzen knows that without the cold light of Kyuubi, 9 tails, it must be weaker than in World War II, and Sarutobi Hiruzen's own combat effectiveness is to it's a little worse, but he has an assistant. That's an assistant whose combat power is not inferior to his own. This support is only summoned by Sarutobi Hiruzen when his life is in danger. The retreating Sarutobi Hiruzen quickly completed the hand seal, rolled over to the ground, and slapped the ground with one hand. Spiritual. Bang! White smoke rose, and a humanoid creature with a height of more than 2 meters and a body shaped like Xiaoai appeared in front of Sarutobi Hiruzen. In the original Hokage book, the strength of the god-level psychic beasts must be ranked first. Ape King, Ape Demon. The identity of the Ape Demon is very mysterious. It has a deep relationship with the Sarutobi family and a special relationship with Sarutobi Hiruzen. It was once called the strongest contract psychic beast in the original work. Whether the Ape Demon is the strongest or not will not be said, but its power is undeniable. Without the assistance of the Ape Demon, Sarutobi Hiruzen in the original book would not be able to reverse the situation, and there would be no chance to seal the incomplete first and second generation Hokage. Sarutobi, are you in trouble? Said the Ape Demon, staring at the murderous Luhan. Luhan was also looking at it, squinting slightly. Ape King, Level 78 Hell Boss, Ape Demon. For non-human hostile targets, the corresponding boss ratings are divided into 3 levels: Abyss, Hell, and Lord. The 78-level Hell Boss, if compared with the Ninja level, should be equivalent to the 70-level White Silver Boss. It's stronger than Sarutobi Hiruzen. Not necessarily. Because the elves have explained that non-human targets usually have special characteristics, the rating is only a reference, and cannot simply correspond to the ninja level. The special system of the Ape Demon is obviously that it can transform into a King Kong Rui stick, which is indestructible. That is to say, killing the Ape Demon is a very difficult thing. Transform yourself, Ape Demon. Sarutobi Hiruzen shouted, staring at Luhan. Luhan suddenly moved. Chapter-960 break through the level barriers. Luhan quickly approached Sarutobi Hiruzen, almost without a shadow. Sarutobi Hiruzen dodged and retreated again and again. At this time, Sarutobi Hiruzen was 55 years old and had already begun to age, but it was only the beginning. Saying that he was at his peak was not too much. Sarutobi Hiruzen thousands of times in a row, but Luhan didn't hurt him in the slightest. The ape demon has completed its transformation. Kai _. The sound of breaking air hit the back of Luhan's head, and it came suddenly. Luhan dodged sideways in an instant, and after a glance, he saw the Vajra Rui stick as thick as an adult's thigh flying past. Sarutobi Hiruzen grabbed the Vajra Rui stick and wrapped his arms around it. And waved. The King Kong Rui stick is more than 2 meters long and extremely thick, while Sarutobi Hiruzen is thin and small. The combination of the two looks extremely incongruous, and it is precisely because of this incongruity that Sarutobi Hiruzen at the moment looks very violent. Luhan paused for a moment, staring at Sarutobi Hiruzen. His pupils shrank. Sarutobi Hiruzen's level has changed. Fire Country Konoha Village 3 generations of Eyes Hokage 70 White Silver Boss, Sarutobi Hiruzen. He actually broke the level barrier directly, and his strength broke through to level 70 White Silver. At the same time, the level display on the King Kong Rui stick, that is, the level of the ape demon, disappeared. They were judged as one. That's fine. Luhan's eyes flashed. Obviously the rules have this setting when determining the level, but in fact, this setting has been reflected for a long time, that is, the 7 people of the Mist Ninja Blade. The grades of those guys all take the weapon increase into account, and if they lose the special ninja sword, the grades will definitely drop. The same is true for Sarutobi Hiruzen, and unlike the 7 of Mist Ninja Swordsman, Sarutobi Hiruzen seldom uses the King Kong Rui stick, and only when he is at a disadvantage in the battle of life and death, he will channel the ape demon. Luhan and Sarutobi Hiruzen both turned into glimpses and rushed together again. The two fought each other quickly. Luhan's sword was as bright as rain, while Sarutobi Hiruzen's Vajra stick was ever-changing. Even when the two weapons were fighting, the ape demon's arm would stick out from the Vajra Rui stick and grab Luhan with sharp claws. King Kong Rui sticks can also be multiplied by 1, and they can be combined horizontally and vertically to form a shield. Sarutobi Hiruzen finally started to fight back. Holding the King Kong Rui stick, his melee strength has skyrocketed. However, so far, neither of them has shown the real strength of a level 70 White Silver, because Luhan has not used the booster, and Sarutobi Hiruzen simply does not have the melee strength of a level 70 White Silver. The rating is based on comprehensive strength, while among Sarutobi Hiruzen's comprehensive strength, the stronger one is ninjutsu. The two fought in close combat for a few minutes, and they fought on a par. Sarutobi Hiruzen forced Luhan back with a single blow, and then threw out the Vajra Rui stick, but he retreated violently. Kaden Fire Style Dragon Fire Bullet. Flames blazed, and the flames that Sarutobi Hiruzen spit out quickly turned into 3 fire dragons, sweeping towards Luhan in 3 directions. Luhan's sword was like a torrential rain, and he slashed on the King Kong Rui stick again and again, but he couldn't damage the King Kong Rui stick. This is Sarutobi Hiruzen's tactics. This is cheating, shameless. In fact, it's already a 2-on-1 situation, but Luhan recognizes this 2-on-1 situation. Go away, Luhan shouted violently, and with a heavy knife, he directly blasted the King Kong Rui stick, and then turned into a glimpse, facing the fire dragon flame bullet, the blade light like a cover, shielding the breath of the flame, pierced that flame, and attacked Sarutobi Hiruzen. Sarutobi Hiruzen has completed the second hand seal, and a huge earth wall flew out in front of him. Boom _. Luhan slammed through it again, and killed Sarutobi Hiruzen with the splattered soil and gravel. The waterfall knife rain shrouded Sarutobi Hiruzen. No one can stop Luhan, it's just so violent. Bang! Sarutobi Hiruzen exploded into white smoke in the light of the sword, and then the breath appeared 100 meters away. He appeared out of thin air, grabbed the King Kong Rui stick that was still flying upside down, and stared at Luhan with gloomy eyes. He just tried it out. He didn't expect to defeat Luhan in this way, but Luhan didn't even hide, he couldn't even defend, so violently breaking the ground made him feel a lot of pressure. In normal ninja battles, if both are good at ninjutsu, one side will launch ninjutsu, and the other will basically launch ninjutsu to compete. Sarutobi Hiruzen hopes that Luhan can fight ninjutsu with him, so that he can bring Luhan into his rhythm, but Luhan didn't play cards according to the routine at all. The two turned into glimpses again, approached, and fought. At the same time, a large number of Konoha ninjas rushed to the scene, 60 or 70, with more Konoha ninjas behind, rushing over. All the Konoha ninjas who had just arrived at the scene all had expressions of surprise on their faces, because there was a lot of things they didn't understand. Who is this mysterious man? To be able to fight to the death with Lord Hokage. Lord Hokage actually channeled the ape demon. Why is Mr. Namikaze Minato watching the fun? What is happening? Namikaze Minato saw that many people were coming, and some of the elite Jonin looked like they were about to intervene, so he turned his head and said, "They are dueling. Lord Hokage is not allowed to help." Who is he? I have never heard of such a strong man. That sword technique is quite similar to that of Lord Wufang. How dare you call Wufang an adult? That's a traitor. Some young ninjas in their 20s talked a lot, and some older ninjas didn't speak. Many people's eyes already showed a look of surprise, as if they thought of something or recalled something. Konoha ninjas came, but they all stopped, and the ninjas with commander level began to arrange arrangements to surround them. A large area of the forest has been destroyed. The area where Luhan and Sarutobi Hiruzen are active is the battlefield. No one dares to step into the battlefield. Namikaze Minato and Hitaki Taishuo are the closest people to the battlefield. They are separated by 100 meters. State of the river. Both of them were focused on the battle between Han Guang and Sarutobi Hiruzen, and they were not interested in fighting each other. Who is he? Namikaze Minato suddenly turned his head and looked at Hitaki Taishuo without blinking. Chapter 0971_My Teacher, Cold Light. Hitaki Taishuo was standing on a taller branch of another big tree with a sickle in his hand. Hearing Namikaze Minato's voice, he blinked, turned to look at Namikaze Minato, and said indifferently, "My teacher." The forest was very noisy, and the roar of battle never stopped. Namikaze Minato, who was hundreds of meters away from Hitaki Taishuo, could barely hear what Hitaki Taishuo said. Other Konoha ninjas farther away naturally didn't hear it, or that said, he didn't pay attention at all. Teacher. Namikaze Minato was stunned and confused. When did Hitaki Taishuo have such a teacher? Wasn't his teacher the late legendary ninja Hangguang-sama? Lord Cold Light. Cold Light. Namikaze Minato's eyes widened, and he immediately stared at the battlefield again, staring at the mysterious figure who was fighting with Sarutobi Hiruzen. He remembered one thing, that is that this person once said that he was Han Guang. Hitaki Taishuo said that this was his teacher. Call. Namikaze Minato threw out the kunai and disappeared. The golden lightning speed approached Hitaki Taishuo. Hitaki Taishuo suddenly shook the blade of Kurigakure in his hand and entered a state of battle. The golden lightning did not reach him, but stopped 3 meters away from him and landed on another tree branch. Who do you say he is? Namikaze Minato pinched Hiraishin kunai and stared at Hitaki Taishuo's eyes. Hitaki Taishuo glanced indifferently, and after a while said, "My teacher, Han Guang." It's impossible, Namikaze Minato retorted flatly. Nothing is impossible, Hitaki Taishuo said. He stopped looking at Namikaze Minato, and looked at the battlefield, where there was already a sea of fire. Sarutobi Hiruzen launched the S-level Kaden, fire-style, forbidden technique, and Han Guang also launched Kaden, fire-style, ninjutsu. No, it's impossible. Namikaze Minato is already messy. Hangguang is his most revered ancestor ninja. Hangguang is the greatest ninja Konoha has ever had. In Konoha, such as Namikaze Minato, there are not a few young ninjas who revere him extremely. But he is dead. Dead for 10 years. No, you have been deceived. I have seen him, and he also told me that he is Han Guang. But he is not. He is fake. Someone impersonates. Namikaze Minato spoke very quickly, and, if he Lord Hangguang, how can you fight with Lord Hokage? How? Hitaki Taishuo glanced at Namikaze Minato again, his eyes flashed, and his eyes were like looking at a poor worm. It turns out that Namikaze Minato doesn't know anything. He is not only Sarutobi Hirazen's dog, but a very ignorant dog. Hatake Taishuo naturally won't explain too much to Namikaze Minato. In fact, he doesn't know why the dead can be resurrected, but he can confirm that this is his teacher, this is Han Guang. That breath, that familiar feeling, that focused look in the fight. All can be wrong. In the forest battlefield, huge trees were burning, and there were cracks on the ground. Two shadows moved rapidly, back and forth. The impact of weapons oscillated again and again, and the vibrato was harsh. Sarutobi Hirazen threw the Vajra Rui stick to the sky, and quickly hand seal with both hands. Doden Earth-style technique of thorns. Boom, 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 boom. The earth shook, the dragon in a radius of 100 meters turned over, and countless earth thorns sprang from the ground, each with countless small barbs. This is a large-scale group attack technique. Luhan rushed into the air, dodging the attack and completing the hand seal at the same time. Kaden Fire Style Great Fire Destruction. Chirp _ The huge rocket flew towards Sarutobi Hirazen, only to see Sarutobi Hirazen beckoning. The Vajra Rui rod swirled in front of him in an instant, and then divided into 100, densely piled together, forming a big barrier. Great fire destruction blasted on it. The flames burst to both sides, but they couldn't shake the King Kong Rui stick. Sarutobi Hirazen completed the hand seal in a hurry. Secret Law, the Lock of Injustice. The flames burst in front of Sarutobi Hirazen, and at the same time the King Kong Rui stick was folded into one. The flames burst out a pitch-black chain, the size of a human waist, and attacked Luhan at the speed of the Lizan arrow. Luhan felt dangerous. This technique is a bit weird. It is by no means as simple as it seems, and it is best not to touch it. Psychic, 5-layer Rashomon. Luhan fell to the ground with a bang, and at the same time, the earth shook, and the ground in front of Luhan exploded in a large area. 5 Rasho gates, which were as high as 100 meters high like a hill, came out, just blocking Sarutobi Hirazen's lock of unjust souls. Rumbling, _ The power of the lock of the wrong soul broke out at this moment, and it shattered 3 doors in an instant, and also cracked the 4th door, and countless curse marks spread on the 4th door. Location, there are deep Yuhi-colored flames burning. Boom boom. The 4th door also shattered, collapsing and turning to ashes. Luhan, who was originally behind the 5th gate, has disappeared. Sarutobi Hirazen was energized, his arms wrapped around the Vajra Rui stick, and he kept turning around and scanning the surroundings. Call. Luhan ghosts usually appear behind Sarutobi Hirazen. Sarutobi Hirazen turned around at almost the same moment, and struck with swords and sticks. Rashomon. Why did he use the first-generation Hokage, Sama's art? Who is he? It's so powerful. About 200 Konoha ninjas had already arrived at the scene, and the clamor continued. Those who could say such words were basically the younger generation of ninjas, while those in their 30s and 40s, as well as older ninjas. All silent. They still looked suspicious. Konoha Hidden Village, Hokage Building. Kaharu Udatane, Homura Mitokado and others are still standing on the roof, with hundreds of guard ninjas guarding them in the middle. Because of their strength, they will not go to the back mountain to participate in the pursuit, they can only wait for news here. Taishuo, what is it for? Kaharu Udatane whispered. There must be a reason, something we don't know about. Homura Mitokado adjusted her glasses. Call. A figure appeared in front of the two of them out of thin air, knelt down on one knee and said quickly, Lord Hokage is fighting a mysterious powerhouse, we are not allowed to interfere. Oh. Both Kaharu Udatane and Homura Mitokado were taken aback. That ninja. The report ninja raised his head, his voice slowed down, it's like, Lord Hengwang. Chapter 0972 No Weakness. Was an Anbu ninja who came to report to Kaharu Udatane. This ninja was none other than Lu Han's Kato Feng on the day of Lu Han's resurrection. Cold light. Kaharu Udatane's face suddenly became extremely strange, not because he thought it was incredible, but because he thought it was too absurd. Yes. Kato Feng nodded. It's very similar to Lord Hangguang. That mysterious ninja is to save the Wufeng team. Kato Feng's voice paused here. The captain is here, and then he will fight with Lord Hokage. The sword technique he used was the sword technique created by Lord Hangguang back then, and his breath was the same as Lord Hangguang, and he also used the psychic 5-layer Rashomon. Kato Feng briefly explained the situation. He did not determine who the person was, but said that it was suspicious. Hangguang has been dead for 10 years. Kaharu Udatane whispered after listening. Someone pretending to be Hangguang. Homura Mitokado asserted, adjusting his glasses, this should be the enemy's trick. But, he looked at Kaharu Udatane again, let's go and see for ourselves, that person has the characteristics of Lord Hangguang. It will definitely confuse some senior ninjas, we can only stabilize people's hearts by going there. Quote. That's right. Kaharu Udatane nodded. Let's go. The mountain behind Konoha village, the forest battlefield. The route leader Musashi, who has recovered, has arrived at the scene. At this time, there are 400 or 500 Konoha ninjas near the battlefield. The ninjutsu is still increasing rapidly. The skinny Musashi is followed by a dozen root ninjas. The other Konoha ninjas moved away from them subconsciously. The root organization has always been synonymous with terror in Konoha. Musashi glanced at the battlefield, and through the discussion of the ninjas around him, he understood that Sarutobi Hiruzen would not let him interfere in the battle, so they did not swarm, and there was already someone named Hangguang. The other side of the battlefield, in a relatively biased position, Namikaze Minato and Hitaki Taishuo stood very close, but they did not fight, but were watching the situation on the battlefield. A gloomy color flashed in Musashi's eyes, he waved his hand and said, over there. Then a dozen root ninjas quickly approached Hitaki Taishuo. There was still 100 meters away, and Hitaki Taishuo felt it. He glanced slightly sideways, and then he looked like he didn't take Musashi in his eyes at all. 30 meters away, Musashi brought someone to a stop. Namikaze Minato, you haven't started to eradicate that traitor. Musashi shouted in a low voice. Namikaze Minato tilted his head and glanced at him, then glanced at Hitaki Taishuo, and then disappeared. He's gone. Appear in the other direction of the battlefield and continue to watch the battle. In this case, how could he think about attacking Hitaki Taishuo? He is now very worried about Sarutobi Hiruzen. Once Sarutobi Hiruzen appears defeated, he will immediately rescue him. Moreover, Hitaki Taishuo said that the mysterious man is Hangguang, not to mention whether he is not. Cold light, but he must have come to save Hitaki Taishuo. So, if Namikaze Minato really did something to Hitaki Taishuo, the mysterious ninja would definitely come to the rescue, which would disturb Sarutobi Hiruzen's duel with him. Namikaze Minato doesn't want to get involved. Musashi shook a few times with anger, and then stared at Hitaki Taishuo again. Hitaki Taishuo didn't even look at him. A rising star of Konoha, Hitaki Taishuo, who was at the peak of his prime, didn't need 2 hands to kill him. If he dared to do it, Hitaki Taishuo would naturally cut him. Damn, Musashi cursed in a low voice. Master Kaharu. Master Menyon. Was a sudden noise on the other side of the battlefield. It was Kaharu Udatane and Homura Mitokado who came with their guards. Many strong Konohas in their 40s and 50s crowded around them. Lord Kaharu, that person. Looks a lot like Lord Hangguang. Someone pretends to be Lord Hangguang. Damn, why is that guy a 5-fold Rashomon? His swordsmanship is also very similar to Lord Hangguang. Not like, but just. Controversy has arisen. Those veteran ninjas who have not spoken and have been in shock before, after Kaharu Udatane came, they said everything they thought. 10 years ago, when Hangguang died in the battle, they were not as good as they are today. The status and strength are also a little worse, and the identity is naturally a little worse, and there is no contact with Han Guang in private. But Kaharu Udatane is different. When Han Guang was in charge of Konoha, Kaharu Udatane was Han Guang's most trusted assistant and was appointed as Hokage's assistant. Moreover, after Han Guang's death, Kaharu Udatane worshipped Matsuri to Han Guang's tomb many times a year. The friendship between the two was not generally deep. Therefore, something that other ninjas cannot confirm, Kaharu Udatane is capable of confirming. "Don't be noisy," Kaharu Udatane shouted, and the surroundings fell silent. Looking at the situation on the battlefield, Kaharu Udatane was silent for a while. She was observing and analyzing, and so was Homura Mitokado, who was on the side. She even took off her glasses and wiped it, as if she wanted to see more clearly. The main combat area of the battlefield has been expanded to a radius of 1 kilometer, and within 1 kilometer is almost razed to the ground. Luhan is fighting with Sarutobi Hiruzen, Kaden Fire Style, and Futon Wind Style, flying together, Suiden Water Style, and Doden Earth Style against Sarutobi Hiruzen 5 Series Grandmaster. In addition, he has high attainments in ninja, secret art, incantation, and sealing. His melee combat strength has also become extremely strong due to the increase of the magic ape. It can be said that he has no weaknesses. In the original work, Sarutobi Hiruzen was once dubbed the greatest Hokage, god of ninja, and professor of ninjutsu. Each title shows his power. In the original book, the only weakness he has shown is aging, which is why he decisively used dead ghouls at that time, because his chakra is not as good as before, and if he doesn't cut off the ultimate move, he may not have a chance later. But in this world, he is not old yet. No weakness. But Luhan is still pressing him to fight. The pressure on Sarutobi Hiruzen's heart is getting bigger and bigger. His ears are amazing. He has heard the Konoha ninjas' comments outside the battlefield. Some people guess it is cold light. It's not good for him. Shadow Clone. Sarutobi Hiruzen, who was moving at high speed, suddenly split into 3. He was already in a hurry and began to use relatively dangerous tactics. Chapter 0973_Dangerous Tactics. Luhan divided Sarutobi Hiruzen into 3 and became alert. Although the technique of Shadow Clone is only AB level ninjutsu, in the hands of Sarutobi Hiruzen, it has the effect of turning corruption into magic. In the original work, the reason why Sarutobi Hiruzen can seal the first Hokage Senju Hashirama and the second Hokage Senju Tobarama at the same time as the Shadow Clone technique plus corpse ghosts are sealed. This is a very scary thing. Even though Senju Hashirama and Senju Tobarama from Orochimaru Impure World Reincarnation were not complete in strength, they were actually killed by 2 clones with ghouls, which is still incredible. Normal ninjas use Shadow Clone, and the clone is definitely much weaker than the original, but Sarutobi Hiruzen is still a strong pervert after Shadow Clone. Luhan can only interpret this as an extreme intensity of consciousness. Ninja Shadow Clone. The chakra is divided equally. In theory, each clone should be able to exert the full strength of the main body, but because the amount of chakra is small, the duration is not long, but this is only in theory. Normal ninja using a single consciousness to control multiple bodies at the same time, the pressure on the consciousness will be very high, and there will even be situations where it is impossible to take care of it. It's like, can Uzumaki Naruto in the original book perfectly control thousands of clones at the same time? The answer is no. In the original book, his clone is very crispy, mostly used as cannon fodder. Because there are too many clones, he can't control it, and he can only give the simplest action command. And Sarutobi Hiruzen obviously doesn't have the ability to control thousands of clones at the same time, but if there are only a few, as long as he is conscious enough to make the clones perform different actions at the same time and control them perfectly, then each clone should be able to exert the fighting power of the main body. Of course, because the chakra is divided, the stamina will definitely be weakened many times. This is a dangerous tactic for Sarutobi Hiruzen. His chakra volume is not as good as that of Luhan. If he only uses his main body to fight against Luhan, he may fight all day and night to exhaust his chakra, but if his main body fights with 2 clones at the same time, he will fight a few at most. Within hours, the chakra will be depleted. 3 Sarutobi Hiruzen attacked Luhan from different angles, all holding the King Kong Rui stick. It is worth mentioning that these King Kong Rui sticks are all real. The King Kong Rui stick can already be separated. A strange chakra wave rippled around Luhan's body, his eyes widened, the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan opened. At this moment, the world in Luhan's eyes became clearer. Sarutobi Hiruzen's speed was relatively slow in his eyes. After the opening of Eternal Mangekyo, Luhan's judgment, reaction awareness, and dynamic capture ability were significantly improved. Of course, more importantly, it can help Luhan discover which 2 Sarutobi Hiruzen are clones. Sarutobi Hiruzen's control is so strong that the difference between the clone and the main body is very small. The night shines like a rainbow. 3 Sarutobi Hiruzen besieged Luhan, with heavy sticks and shadows, and all sides seemed to be attacking, and Luhan's fighting rhythm was more than twice as fast as before. It can also be stronger, such as entering Raiden, Thunder-style, chakra mode. But Luhan is in no hurry. This is his tactic. The tactics performed to kill Sarutobi Hiruzen. If he suddenly boosted too strongly, but couldn't kill Sarutobi Hiruzen quickly, then Sarutobi Hiruzen would know that he couldn't beat him, and would definitely greet the Konoha ninjas who came to swarm them. In this case, no matter what, Luhan's identity is open, or he is forced to rush to kill. Either way, or to denounce Sarutobi Hiruzen's crimes, no matter what, the chance to kill Sarutobi Hiruzen is lost. To be more direct, Luhan just didn't want to scare away Sarutobi Hiruzen. It's slow, as long as you consume Sarutobi Hiruzen's chakra to a certain extent, and consume several of his life-saving forbidden techniques, even if he wants to run, he will not be able to run away. Around the battlefield, there were already 1,500 Konoha ninjas who came before and after. That's all. During the war, Konoha's main army fought on the front line. There were only 4,000 ninjas left behind in Konoha, and it was impossible for them all to come here. This is the Back Mountain. It started from Hitachi Taishuo's assassination of Sarutobi Hiruzen, and now it has passed. Constant time can come, basically all came. Big people gather. Senior advisors Kaharu Udatane, Homura Mitokado, Musashi, head of the root organization, Hyuga Hiyashi, chief of main clan of the Hyuga clan, Uchiha Fugaku, chief of Uchiha, Katsuchi Yamanaka, chief of Yamanaka, Shimi Aburame, chief of the Aburame, Inazuka, the chief commander of the garrison, Uchiha, the vice principal of the ninja school, the head of the interrogation department, Morino Izuku. And the senior leaders from the major clans, the Jonin from the ninja school, the elite Jonin teacher, the independent mission ninja, the legion team leader, the Anbu team leader, the older generation of powerhouses. People, the number of Jonin is approaching 300. Among them, the elite Jonin has reached nearly 100 terrifying people, and there are many shadow ninjas. It can be said that 80% of the elite corps left behind in Konoha arrived here. With the highest identities all gathered around Kaharu Udatane, and they began to speculate again, and then there was a quarrel. Is he cold light? So similar. Even Kaharu Udatane had doubts, really. Because she can't see where it's fake. Hyuga Hiyashi stood beside Kaharu Udatane. He was over 30 years old and looked extremely dignified and unsmiling. His main clan, Byakugan, is flawless. He doesn't miss any details. He looked at it for a long time, still staring at him suddenly, and said, I can't see through his mask. That mask is a special ninja tool. I can't see his face, it's pitch black. Kaharu Udatane glanced at Hyuga Hiyashi and said nothing. In fact, it doesn't matter if you can't see the face, because the face is the best disguise. There are some voices of judgment and analysis around. He is definitely not Lord Hangwang. If it is Lord Hangwang, how could it be possible to fight Lord Hokage? That's right, Lord Hangwang is a hero of Konoha, how could he? Wait, Hyuga Hiyashi suddenly shouted, startling everyone. What? Kaharu Udatane asked immediately. His eyes just changed. Hyuga Hiyashi looked incredulous. It's Lord Hengwang's eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. Chapter 0974 The Fear of Kaharu Udatane. After Hyuga Hiyashi shouted, the surroundings fell into a strange silence, and even Kaharu Udatane was stunned. Before this, there were more people who thought it was a fake cold light, and it could even be said that everyone was skeptical, and no one dared to be sure, but when Hyuga Hiyashi said the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, the situation changed. Breath can be imitated, ninjutsu can be learned stealthily, body and face can be disguised, only the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan is unique. Since Uchiha Madara was the first to open Mangekyo Sharingan in the Sengoku era, after that, some people of the Uchiha tribe started Mangekyo one after another. What is recorded in history, Mangekyo Sharingan, has never been repeated. With the development of the times, people have been able to explain this phenomenon from a scientific point of view. Just as human fingerprints are unique, human irises are unique, and Mangekyo Sharingan with unconventional patterns is unique, it is not difficult to understand matter. Someone touched the body of Lord Hengwang 10 years ago. Homura Mitokado said suddenly. This is impossible. On the other side, Uchiha Fugaku immediately retorted, shaking his head, the conditions for Sharingan transplantation are very harsh. Generally, only living transplants can be carried out. Sharingan collected from corpses is extremely difficult to preserve its activity. Lord Hengwang died in battle in Sichuan. The corpse was transported back to the Konoha corpse. There are no active cells on the body, the pair of eternal Mangekyo Sharingan has been necrotic. Impossible. In this regard, Uchiha Fugaku obviously has the most say. Although he had a deep conflict with Lu Han when he was a teenager, after he has matured, he has turned back as a prodigal son, and will not talk nonsense about this kind of thing because of the previous conflicts. You read that right. Kaharu Udatane turned his head suddenly to look at Hyuga Hiyashi. It can't be wrong, Hyuga Hiyashi said firmly, and then immediately rubbed the ground with his feet, removed the fallen leaves and weeds on the ground, exposed the ground below, took out kunai, and he quickly drew on the ground. The eternal Mangekyo Sharingan of the cold light has very strong regularity and is a pattern similar to 8 trigrams. Hyuga Hiyashi quickly drew it, got up and said, "This is it." Kaharu Udatane watched it, Homura Mitokado watched it, Uchiha Fugaku watched it. Everyone around watched it, and they were all silent. That's right. From the pattern point of view, it is the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan of cold light. Could it really be Lord Hongguang? Lord Hongguang has passed away for 10 years, how is this possible? It's fake, the eyes are fake too, it's a disguise, it's demonic illusion. It's not fake, it's real Mangekyo. I can feel the breath. The debate appeared again, and it was an endless loop. No matter how you said it, the logic could not be self-consistent. Namikaze Minato on the other side of the battlefield finally noticed the situation on this side, stood on the tree and glanced a few times, faintly heard the sound of their argument, frowned slightly, and looked at the battlefield again, seeing that the two sides were fighting evenly for the time being, slightly relieved, dodged and disappeared. Kaharu Udatane's face has become cloudy. She thought of a possibility, not to prove that this person is cold, but to explain a hypothetical problem. Hypothesis. If he is Hongguang, why is he fighting for life and death with Sarutobi Hiruzen? Kaharu Udatane understands why. Homura Mitokado also understands. No, he must be fake, must be fake. Lord Hengwang has passed away, he will not come back, this person. Kaharu Udatane muttered to herself, her heart was already enveloped by a faint fear. The most worrying thing now, if this is really cold light, then what should she do? Over the years, Sarutobi Hiruzen has killed a lot of people secretly, eradicating dissidents, including the ninja who had a good personal relationship with Hengwang, as well as Hengwang's die-hard loyal, and even Hengwang's best friend Hatake Sakumo. His death, Sarutobi Hiruzen has no shirk responsibility. Kaharu Udatane is very clear about these things. She knows everything but will not stop because everything Sarutobi Hiruzen does is for the stability of Konoha, for the bigger picture. After all, Hangwang is dead. Kaharu Udatane is willing to push Konoha to build a biography of the Hangwang tree. He often goes to Matsuri to lay the cold light, and he often recalls the past, but that's all. After all, people live in the present. It is impossible for Kaharu Udatane to oppose Sarutobi Hiruzen for a dead person. The Iron Fist policy, even if doing so would offend the dead man would not jump up and take revenge. But now, if the dead really jump up and take revenge, who is right and who is wrong, Kaharu Udatane can't tell. He is not cold light. He must not be cold light. Kaharu Udatane kept repeating in his heart, and there were still chattering arguments in his ears. All of a sudden, a golden lightning flashed, and in the blink of an eye, it arrived next to Kaharu Udatane, turning into a young and handsome figure, Namikaze Minato. Kaharu, Sama, Namikaze Minato greeted. Yeah, Kaharu Udatane replied with a nasal voice, still staring at the battlefield. She had nothing to ask Namikaze Minato, because Namikaze Minato was too young. During the years when the cold light traversed the ninja world, Namikaze Minato was still studying at the ninja school most of the time. When the cold light passed away, he is just Chunin. Heard Namikaze Minato say quickly, Master Kaharu, Wufeng just said that the mysterious ninja who is fighting with Master Hokage is his teacher, Master Hangwang. At the same time, everyone looked at Namikaze Minato in unison. What did he say? Kaharu Udatane asked squinting. Yes, I asked him, and he said it was his teacher, Lord Hangwang. Namikaze Minato nodded, but added, however, I think this person is fake. I saw him before this, in the last on the 16th of the month, we had a fight, and it was me who was injured, or was injured by him. He also told me that he was Hangwang, but I said he was fake, and he did not refute it. I reported this to Lord Hokage, and Lord Hokage said it would be investigated. Is there such a thing? Kaharu Udatane frowned. Someone pretending to be cold, stronger than Namikaze Minato, such an important thing, Sarutobi Hiruzen didn't even mention it. Lord Kaharu, I've seen him too. A ninja suddenly stepped out from behind Kaharu Udatane. It was Anbu Kato Fung. It was the 15th day of last month, the death day of Lord Hangwang, right at the Tomb of Heroes. Chapter 0975 / Cold Light Tomb. If it wasn't for Namikaze Minato to speak first, Kato Fung would not be able to say this, because Anbu has regulations, this kind of confidential information, after he reports it to Hokage, he can't talk about it, not even to Captain Anbu, that is Hitaki Taishuo. But Namikaze Minato said it first, and in front of him, there is such a big discussion environment, Kato Fung said now, and he will not take any responsibility. Everyone looked at Kato Fung. He also told me that he is Lord Hangwang. Kato Fung said again, at that time, there was an Anbu ninja who guarded the hero's tomb with me. We both saw him, and he also ate the food in front of the tomb of Hangwang. Offerings. Quote. At that time, the one who saw Hangwang with Kato Fung was his elder brother Kato, but as an Anbu ninja, he could not say that it was his elder brother. He appeared long ago. Kaharu Udatane murmured with wide eyes. Hiruzen never mentioned it. Subconsciously, Kaharu Udatane and Homura Mitokado looked at each other. Something is going on here. As Konoha's top intelligent ninjas, the two of them both want and feel it. Sarutobi Hiruzen is also abnormal. Don't say whether this has anything to do with Hangwang, just say that there is a mysterious ninja stronger than Namikaze Minato. Shouldn't we talk about it? Shouldn't it be discussed? A month has passed, and if you want to talk, there will always be a chance. He knows Hiraishin, Namikaze Minato said suddenly. What did you say? Kaharu Udatane looked up sharply. I said, he knows the technique of Hiraishin. Namikaze Minato looked at the direction of the battlefield, seemingly incomprehensible, but I don't know why, he has been useless today. Hiraishin, another proof. The art of Hiraishin and the art of five-fold Rashomon were leaked at the same time. Are they all stolen by the same person? This possibility is too low. But comparatively speaking, the probability of people coming back from the dead is lower. On the 15th of last month, the 10th anniversary of Lord Hengguang's death, the 10th anniversary. Hengguang tomb. Kaharu Udatane repeated two more words, and quickly said to Namikaze Minato, "Minato, come with me." But here, Namikaze Minato hesitated. "Lord Hokage won't lose so easily, come with me, hurry. It won't take too long." Kaharu Udatane looked anxious and pulled Namikaze Minato. Kaharu Udatane took dozens of guards and Namikaze Minato to break away from the crowd and quickly approached the direction of the Tomb of Heroes. The roar gradually faded away. The dense forest, everyone was moving very fast. Kaharu Udatane was Jonin no matter what, not too old in his 50s, and his speed was not slow. "Master Kaharu, do you want to?" Namikaze Minato said suddenly, taking him to the Tomb of Heroes. He thought about what to do. Kaharu Udatane replied nasally. "It's too far, Lord Kaharu, I'll take you." Namikaze Minato said quickly, fearing that he would have an accident if he left for too long, and grabbed Kaharu Udatane. Guard of Udatane. A few minutes later, the Tomb of Heroes. The shadow quickly approached, and after flickering, it suddenly stopped in front of the largest tomb of the Tomb of Heroes. Wind ruffled Kaharu Udatane's hair. Kaharu Udatane looked at the words on Hengguang's tombstone, and after being silent for a while, he waved his hand, "Smash it." Namikaze Minato was already mentally prepared, and without hesitation, turned into golden lightning and attacked. Spiral Flash Super Wheel Dance and Roar 3 styles. Countless golden lightning circled back and forth 1 meter above the Hengguang tomb, and Rasengan smashed it down again and again. Boom, 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 boom. Was the seal on Hengguang's tomb made by one person? It has been reinforced since then, including the seal of Kaharu Udatane. Namikaze Minato also left a seal on it a few years ago. Those seals, except for Sarutobi Hiruzen, can be unlocked all skillfully. Besides, no one else can, they can only smash it hard. After a minute. "Why hasn't it broken open yet?" Kaharu Udatane asked with a frown. Namikaze Minato stopped attacking, dodged back to Kaharu Udatane, frowned and said, "Nothing, the seal seems to be stronger than before. When I put the seal on it, the strength was less than half of what it is now." Kaharu Udatane narrowed his eyes, thought for a few seconds, his eyes flashed, and then he rushed forward to the tomb, peeled off the soil above, pressed his hand on it, and triggered the seal with chakra. The dense incantation pattern on the tomb lit up, becoming clearer and clearer. Sure enough, Kaharu Udatane's face changed slightly. "Kaharu-sama, what's wrong?" "The seal has been changed. This tomb has been opened." "Why, could it be, really?" "No, the seal can only be opened from the outside, the one-way seal. It's Hiruzen, and now there are 9 seals on it, 7 of which were reinserted by him, and 2 seals don't belong to Konoha. Lord Hokage. Then he once opened the tomb, looked inside, and then resealed the tomb. He knew it for a long time, Kaharu Udatane's voice was getting lower and lower and his heart was getting heavier. Namikaze Minato still didn't seem to react, because he didn't know Sarutobi Hiruzen at all, and Kaharu Udatane grew up with Sarutobi Hiruzen. Kaharu Udatane had a deep understanding of how deep the city of Sarutobi Hiruzen was. "Smash, break open!" Kaharu Udatane suddenly screamed. "I want to see inside, break open!" The forest battlefield, the battle between Luhan and Sarutobi Hiruzen has reached a fever pitch. The ape demon has really greatly improved the strength of Sarutobi Hiruzen. The normal weapons will attack wherever they are swung, but the King Kong Rui stick incarnated by the ape demon is not like this. At the moment when the knife and stick intersect, the stick head may also extend more attacks. Very annoying. However, the biggest trouble now is the clone. It has been 10 minutes, Luhan has not solved the two clones, his pressure is also increasing. Sarutobi Hiruzen has found his own rhythm. The clone is very fragile. Although it has combat power, it cannot be injured. Once injured, it will disappear. But Luhan has hit his clone so far, and he is always blocked by the King Kong Rui stick. Damn it! Luhan became impatient, broke through the siege again, and quickly turned around and swung his arm. Kai, Kai, Kai. More than a dozen swept Hiraishin towards Sarutobi Hiruzen in a state of flooding with flowers and rain. Chapter 0976-Yuchang Yata Hook. Hiraishin suffered nothing, and Sarutobi Hiruzen's face changed. He didn't understand why Hangguang was hiding and didn't show all his strength. It was speculated that Hangguang didn't want to reveal his identity, because he was going to kill Hokage today. It's Konoha missing Nin. The crime is too big, it can't be cleaned. So it is reasonable and normal for him to hide some of his iconic abilities. Now, Hangguang has further developed more iconic abilities, which makes Sarutobi Hiruzen not understand Hangguang's thoughts, but also feels the danger. More than 10 shot Hiraishin Kunai. Sarutobi Hiruzen retreated violently, the main body threw out the Vajra Rui stick, swept away the approaching Hiraishin Kuwu, and he himself was hand seal, and the other two clones were dodging, and did not dare to let the Vajra Rui stick leave. Because the clone is too fragile and afraid of injury, Sarutobi Hiruzen knows this. Doden Earth Style Art of Iwama Wall. Boom, rumbling _. After half a meter, a 10-meter high rock wall burst out from the ground in front of Sarutobi Hiruzen, and quickly extended to both sides to expand the area. He wanted to stop all Hiraishin Kunwu. A kunai nailed to the rock wall. Luhan then appeared, twisted his body, swiped his knife and smashed a hole in the rock wall in a spiral posture, and rushed to Sarutobi Hiruzen in a blink of an eye. At this moment, because Sarutobi Hiruzen threw the King Kong Rui stick, his melee combat ability was not as good as before. The knife shines like a rainstorm. Sarutobi Hiruzen frantically retreated and dodged. At the same time, he took out two kunai to resist Luhan's swordsmanship. He was under great pressure, and a sense of terror had enveloped him. Luhan looked at Sarutobi Hiruzen's eyes, but the corners of his mouth evoked an obscure arc. Breath burst. Shikatsumyaku Dead Bone Pulse Dance of Early Fern. Boom _. In a radius of 100 meters, the Bone Spur Forest is now. Sarutobi Hiruzen's main body was dodging in the sky, and his two clones, although they also escaped the fatal attack, were all stabbed by bone spurs and exploded into white smoke and disappeared. Tactical success. The pressure formed by Hiraishin kunai forced Sarutobi Hiruzen's avatar and the main body to keep away from each other, and then Luhan rushed to Sarutobi Hiruzen, putting a huge pressure on him, making him nervous, making him feel scared, and making him panic. Control will be greatly reduced, which is why both clones will be directly blasted by Shikatsumyaku Dead Bone Pulse. The weakness of Shadow Clone is still very obvious. One is that the clone is crispy, and the other is that it depends on the main body. If there are some problems with the main body, the clone's ability will be greatly affected. This is incomparable with White Zetsu's clone. A clone has independent consciousness. Of course, this tactic is easy to explain, but difficult to execute. The timing must be excellent. If you miss a moment, Sarutobi Hiruzen may slow down. With his pervert's mental strength and super-rich combat experience, he wants to win tactically. It's not easy for him. Damn it! Sarutobi Hiruzen shouted angrily, his face becoming extremely ugly. The death of the clone is equivalent to wasting his chakras, and there is no one more situation. He is not Luhan's opponent at all. Luhan is now driving the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. Whirring _. Back of Luhan's head, Luhan gave up his attack on Sarutobi Hiruzen for the time being, dodged and dodged, the Vajra Rui stick flashed past and flew back to Sarutobi Hiruzen's hand. Sarutobi Hiruzen slapped the Vajra Rui stick again and shouted, "Stop him." The King Kong Rui stick flew towards Luhan again and turned into a sturdy ape demon in the air. Luhan's pupils shrank. He still didn't know the combat power of the monkey demon when it fought independently. It must be very strong. The ape demon Kiba grinned and rushed in front of Luhan, grabbing his claws towards Luhan's throat. Luhan cut through the waterfall knife rain. All of a sudden, sparks are flying around. The ape demon actually fights against people with its flesh and Luhan's Jinghong blade. Its two claws are hard-wired to the blade. Its body is a weapon. It fights with Luhan in melee combat. And the sword of astonishment cannot break its skin. King Kong is not bad. After Sarutobi Hiruzen asked the monkey demon to stop Luhan, he quickly hand-sealed. The first hand-seal only took 1 second. It seemed to be medical ninjutsu, acting on himself. He should not be injured, but chakra was consumed. Big, but I don't know if this technique is used to speed up the recovery of chakra. After a 5-second pause, Sarutobi Hiruzen gave the second hand seal. It was a very complex print, with 72 gestures, and it took Sarutobi Hiruzen nearly 5 seconds to complete. Sealing technique, Yuchong Yata hook. 2 black objects that were about the size of a human head and similar to Tomo appeared in front of Sarutobi Hiruzen, and after a circle, they disappeared out of thin air. Luhan has already made thousands of knives against the ape demon. The ape demon body technique is extremely strong, but he doesn't seem to know how to adapt and resist every time. In fact, it's not that he doesn't know how to adapt, but Sarutobi Hiruzen asked him to stop Luhan. He understood that he had to hold Luhan to buy time for Sarutobi Hiruzen, so he didn't dare to hide, otherwise Luhan, who knew the technique of Hiraishin, could easily get rid of him and then raid Sarutobi Hiruzen. Luhan found out. In the normal state of not transforming, the ape demon's physical defense is not as good as King Kong Rui. The reason why Luhan is so sure is because he has seen blood. The blood of the ape demon, its hand has been injured, break the defense. Although it looks like a small wound now, you must know that it only takes 10 seconds to fight with Luhan before and after. If it is a few minutes or 10 minutes, if it does not hide, Luhan can kill it alive. Danger came suddenly. The hair on Luhan's back stood up, and a sense of terror shrouded his heart. 2 large black balls in the form of tadpoles appeared out of thin air around his body. Luhan swept it out of the corner of his eye and disappeared. Hiraishin. Although I don't know what it is, but since it's dangerous, just avoid it. Luhan appeared dozens of meters away and directly approached Sarutobi Hiruzen. He just appeared, just about to move, but he felt danger coming. The 2 black balls appeared around him out of thin air. P.S. The strength of Sarutobi Hiruzen in the original work is too little, and the style of the original work is different before and after. The roof battle before Hayate is too unbearable to look at. The fighting style of this book is taken from the 4 battles, and the front and back are unified, so Sarutobi Hiruzen will be stronger and more capable. Join original. Chapter 0977 _ I'll stop them. 2 big black balls in the shape of tadpoles go hand in hand. Luhan Hiraishin instantly turned around. It could actually track. What's the situation? Luhan was a little stunned, but his body didn't stop. Once again, Hiraishin blinked and appeared 30 meters to the north, and 2 big black balls immediately followed him. Luhan blinked again, and at the same time threw hundreds of Hiraishin kunai in all directions. The black ball appeared and Luhan disappeared. In this way, Luhan still didn't get rid of the black ball more than 10 times in a row, but at the same time, he also found some problems. First, Sarutobi Hiruzen always stood in the original position, motionless, and second, the breath on his body was very strange. The chakra fluctuates up and down. Speculated that Sarutobi Hiruzen is controlling, and while controlling, he cannot move, and the longer the control time, the more chakra he consumes. Luhan never dared to let the 2 black balls touch his body. The ghost knows what will happen. Dodge again and again. Just can't get rid of it. Moreover, Luhan also faintly felt that the black ball was getting closer and closer to his body. That is to say, if this continued, it would not be long before the black ball would touch his body. Damn. Luhan reappears while throwing out Hiraishin Kunai's direct shot Sarutobi Hiruzen. Call. The sturdy body stood in front of Sarutobi Hiruzen, grabbed the shot of Hiraishin Kunai, and Luhan appeared out of thin air. Blocked by the ape demon, he had no chance to directly attack Sarutobi Hiruzen. Can't stop. Damn it. Damn it. Luhan dodged and disappeared again, and an angry scolding appeared in the distance. Hiraishin blinked 3 times in a row. Luhan thought of a possibility to crack this technique, and it appeared again. He had blocked his right eye, and his left eye Eternal Mangekyo pupil technique moved heaven and earth. Activate. The sense of urgency is gone. Luhan's Eternal Mangekyo is spinning wildly, and his pupil power has been applied to ultimate. 2 black balls appeared, one on the left and one on the right, paused slightly, and then disappeared. Sarutobi Hiruzen's complexion changed dramatically, and he quickly hand seal completed his gesture change almost in an instant. Hand seal completed, Sarutobi Hiruzen split in 2. 2 black balls appeared, and in the blink of an eye, they slammed into one of Sarutobi Hiruzen, and suddenly burst into countless tiny chains of curse marks, wrapping the Sarutobi Hiruzen, and the chain curse quickly disappeared, and the Sarutobi Hiruzen had turned into pure black. Not moving at all. He is sealed. Other Sarutobi Hiruzen stared at Luhan, suddenly raised his arm and punched the black Sarutobi Hiruzen in the head. Boom. Black Sarutobi Hiruzen exploded into white smoke. Is a clone. This sealing technique hits the clone of Sarutobi Hiruzen the most, not his main body. Obviously, this is the method of cracking this technique, and it can be broken with the clone. Luhan's face twitched, wanting to curse. Fuck. 2 pit. This is obviously a flawed sealing technique, which can be used to hide people, but the premise is that the other party does not know the characteristics of this technique. However, it is undeniable that this technique is very powerful. If Luhan did not have the technique of Hiraishin, he did not prepare in advance. No chance to escape. This art, Sarutobi Hiruzen costs a lot. At least, he has consumed a lot of chakra. Is there no means available? Even this flawed sealing technique has been used. Tisk tisk. Luhan said lightly, his tone full of ridicule. Humph. Sarutobi Hiruzen snorted coldly and waved at the ape demon. The ape demon turned into a Vajra Rui stick. Grabbed the Vajra Rui stick. Sarutobi Hiruzen sneered again. Just try you, I have 100 ways to kill you, just don't want to pay too much. Hey, start talking, my lord Hokage, where's your face? Stop talking nonsense and show your true skills. Sarutobi Hiruzen raised his voice abruptly, while drinking violently. A terrifying aura erupted from his body, turning into a shadow and heading straight for Luhan. A moment later, before Luhan was in front of him, the golden rod smashed towards Luhan like a whip. Luhan suddenly didn't understand Sarutobi Hiruzen. Where did he get the courage? If this wasn't Konoha, if this was the wild, and no one else was present, Luhan would have let go of his hands and feet to kill him long ago. He knew he couldn't, so why was he so confident? ... The Tomb of Heroes roared constantly. Namikaze Minato is still smashing the Tomb of Hangwang, and he has already used his ultimate move with all his strength. The golden light flashes back and forth, and Big Ball Rasengan strikes down again and again. Dozens of guards from Kaharu Udatain had already arrived at the scene, but they couldn't get in at all and could only watch Namikaze Minato go berserk. Kaharu Udatain hugged his shoulders and held his chin in one hand, pacing back and forth more than 20 meters away, looking very irritable. Bang bang. With a crisp cracking sound, Kaharu Udatain suddenly raised his head and turned to look. The seal of the cold light tomb had been broken. Dug out the coffin and be careful. Kaharu Udatain yelled. Yes. Dozens of guard ninjas took the lead, all gathered over, dug up the mud and rock guards, and together with Namikaze Minato carried the coffin out and placed it in front of the Hangwang tombstone. Kaharu Udatain walked over and his heart sank when he saw the coffin. The coffin has been opened before, and just recently, because it can be seen that the coffin nails above have been opened, leaving traces. Everyone is watching Kaharu Udatain, is it really going? If Lord Hangguang's corpse is inside, then the sin will be a big one. Open, Kaharu Udatane said decisively. Squeak. Several ninjas used ninja knives to pry out the nails on the coffin, very careful, for fear of breaking the coffin, but they are ninjas with great strength and fast movements, but only a dozen seconds, so the nails were pried down. Namikaze Minato pressed the coffin board with both hands, and slowly pushed it away. Wow! The coffin board stopped halfway through, and it was clear that it was empty inside. Silence. Everyone looked inside. Kaharu Udatane's hands were shaking a little, and his breathing became short of breath. Namikaze Minato grabbed the coffin tightly, the joints turned white. He also began to contradict, is that really Lord Hangguang? The possibility is too great. If so, what should he do? Is it to help Lord Hangguang, whom he has admired for many years, or Lord Hokage? Maybe it's true, Kaharu Udatane said blankly. I'll stop them. Namikaze Minato slapped the coffin and disappeared. Chapter 0978 Hokage Adults Be Careful. In the forest battlefield, the battle became more intense and more thrilling. Sarutobi Hirazen's battle strategy has changed. Before, he was the only main force in the battle. The ape demon turned into the King Kong Rui stick. His attack and defense were all under his control. He dominated everything and only used the characteristics of the King Kong Rui stick to fight Luhan. And now, the ape demon has also become the main force of the battle. A lot of use of the King Kong Rui stick clone ability, group attack and siege group defense and hard defense, and sometimes even make the ape demon into the main body, close combat with Luhan, while he releases attack ninjutsu from a distance. This is a true 2-on-1. But the risks all fall on the ape demon. Luhan has always felt that Sarutobi Hirazen's heart is black, and now he feels even more so that the ape demon is not a forbearance tool, but a psychic beast with super high intelligence. Sarutobi Hirazen transfers the risk to the ape demon, and it is the ape demon who is injured. The first to die is the ape demon. No matter how tough his body is, Luhan can kill him. Really worth it. But it is undeniable that this tactic is very effective. The ape demon melee combat, Sarutobi Hirazen attack from a distance, and the cooperation is extremely tacit. Luhan's advantage created by opening Mangekyo Sharingan has been leveled. Fight. Ninja Fire Earth Fire Bomb. Sarutobi Hirazen, who was moving at a high speed dozens of meters away, completed the hand seal, and the Fire Dragon Bullet and Earth Dragon Bullet appeared together. This is combination ninjutsu. This is where Sarutobi Hirazen is praised. He can not only use Doden Earth style and Kaden Fire style ninjutsu at the same time, but also can use 5 attribute ninjutsu at the same time. Fire and Earth Fire bombs are coming. The ape demon who fought with Luhan in close combat jumped up and quickly turned into a King Kong Rui stick. In this state, Sarutobi Hirazen's attack can be completely ignored. Futon wind style sleepy volume ascends to the sky. Luhan quickly retracted his knife and completed the hand seal. The tornado hurricane swirled and collided with the fire and earth flame bombs. The 3 attributes of wind, fire and soil collided, resulting in an extremely violent reaction. The big explosion swept across a radius of 100 meters, and the shock wave affected a distance of half a kilometer. The smoke and dust billowed like a sandstorm, covering the sky and the sun. Sarutobi Hirazen appeared in the air, grabbed the Vajra Rui stick that was running up, and then held it with both hands and raised his arms. The Vajra Rui stick became thicker and longer, and expanded to a length of 20 meters. Luhan was in the smoke. Sarutobi Hirazen had already locked Luhan's position, and quickly fell from the sky, his arms rounded, and he smashed down the enlarged King Kong Rui stick. Boom _ The smoke and dust erupted again, forming a very high-intensity air wave. The drop point of the King Kong Rui stick was the center of the wave, and the smoke and dust spread to both sides, revealing the situation below. There was already a huge pit under Luhan's feet. He stood in the center of the pit, holding the Sword of Astonishment horizontally, resisting the crit of Sarutobi Hirazen. 4 eyes facing each other. Luhan gave Sarutobi Hiruzen a provocative look. Sarutobi Hiruzen began to wave the King Kong Rui rod frantically, while Luhan resisted with a sword of greatness. Every time the enlarged King Kong Rui rod fell, it would form a leverage on Sarutobi Hiruzen, so it seemed that Sarutobi Hiruzen was in the air more than 10 meters in the air. Crazy down and smashing, people don't fall to the ground, like flying. The stick shadow is extremely dense. Bombing again and again, the pit under Luhan's feet became bigger and bigger, and the shock wave was agitated again and again, while Luhan was increasing the output of the strange power of physical art again and again. 13 seconds. Sarutobi Hiruzen smashed over 100 sticks. Luhan suddenly saw that the power output of the body art was tripled, the terrifying sword, and even the space was wrinkled. This time the swords collided, only the sound of thunder. Boom! Sarutobi Hiruzen could no longer hold it. Staying with the King Kong Rui stick, the huge stick came out of his hand and flew into the sky. Sarutobi Hiruzen's pupils shrank violently, his hands were already sore and trembling. Seizing the opportunity, Luhan rushed to the sky, flashed in front of Sarutobi Hiruzen, and struck again fiercely. Boom! Sarutobi Hiruzen was blasted away. He temporarily pulled out the kunai used to block Luhan's knife, and it was full of cracks. People flew upside down like cannonballs, spitting out blood. Melee combat with Hangguang is a mistake in itself. The distance, among the Konoha ninjas onlookers, several ninjas with strong enough eyesight, Hyuga ninjas, and Uchiha ninjas all exclaimed. Lord Hokage! Lord Hokage, be careful! Opportunity! Kill Sarutobi Hiruzen. Luhan naturally won't let it go. He threw out Hiraishin kunai, and in a short while, kunai caught up with Sarutobi Hiruzen, who was flying upside down, and Luhan naturally followed, but he paused for a while, and his body burst into a blood mist. Anger state. In this state, Luhan's melee swordsmanship has steadily reached the 70-level white-silver boss level, while Sarutobi Hiruzen, who has temporarily lost the King Kong Rui stick, is only a 70-level bronze boss. The sword light covers Sarutobi Hiruzen. At this moment, Sarutobi Hiruzen seemed to have grown more than 100 hands, and he had a lot of kunai. He waved kunai with both hands at the same time, defending and defending again. Once, a strange color flashed in his eyes. He didn't seem to be desperate because he was about to be killed. Instead, he was calculating something. If Luhan could see through, he would be able to see at this moment that Sarutobi Hiruzen's back was crawling with a curse mark. Kai _ Golden lightning flies into the battlefield. Stop! Don't fight, stop! Namikaze Minato had just returned, and he didn't know the situation. He was thinking about stopping the two of them. He shouted, and the golden lightning directly penetrated Luhan and Sarutobi Hiruzen. The way Namikaze Minato separated the two was also very violent. Dual-wield Rasengan and make two Rasengan collide with each other. Boom! Namikaze Minato controls the power of Rasengan. The destructive power of the blue light burst is not too strong, but the driving force of the shock wave is great. Luhan flashed back. Sarutobi Hiruzen was even more miserable. His face was disintegrated, and the shock wave smashed into the ruined battlefield below. Don't fight. Why are you doing this? Namikaze Minato said eagerly. Luhan appeared 100 meters away and looked at him coldly. Namikaze Minato felt that something was wrong, and his face changed. What about Hokage-sama? Hokage-sama, Hokage-sama, are you alright? Namikaze Minato shouted towards the place where Sarutobi Hiruzen fell, approaching quickly. Chapter 0979-3-Way Seal. Sarutobi Hiruzen rolled over and jumped out of the pit, standing on the edge of the pit, his clothes ragged and blood all over his face, looking so miserable. This was not caused by Luhan. Luhan just caused him some internal injuries. The miserable appearance he is now is entirely caused by Namikaze Minato. Even if Namikaze Minato controls the power, Rasengan's shockwave is not a joke. That thing can fried mountain. Sarutobi Hirazen's face was gloomy, and he touched the blood on his face. Whoosh! Vajra Rui stick fell from the sky and was directly inserted into the ground beside Sarutobi Hirazen. Sarutobi Hirazen held the Vajra Rui stick, and at the same time, Namikaze Minato also came to him. Lord Hokage. Go away. Lord Hokage, I said get out. Lord Hokage, I didn't know you just. Here, me, go. Sarutobi Hirazen was extremely annoyed, not because he was accidentally injured by Namikaze Minato, some skin injuries, but he looked a little miserable. The real reason for his annoyance was that he had already seized the opportunity to calculate Luhan, but was stabbed by Namikaze Minato. The feet are broken. There is another reason, that is Namikaze Minato is here to stop the two from fighting. That is, Namikaze Minato already knows that this person is Hangwang, which is very bad for Sarutobi Hirazen. He wants Hangwang to die. He doesn't want Hangwang to sit down and have a meeting together. Face to face, the gong said to the drum. Because of this, Hangwang will definitely say some unspeakable things about Sarutobi Hirazen. In fact, if Hangwang doesn't mind, Sarutobi Hirazen is willing to let Namikaze Minato help. But now it looks like Namikaze Minato wants to be a peacemaker. Namikaze Minato looked confused. He looked at Luhan again. Luhan's body gradually disappeared. In the state of angry blood, Luhan could not use ninjutsu other than Kekkei Genkei. Namikaze Minato was here. Luhan had to be cautious. Namikaze Minato with cold eyes. Luhan's mood at the moment. He really wants to cut off Namikaze Minato for 1,800 knives, then hang him on the flagpole and let him dry slowly. Fuck, when are you coming? Have to come at such a critical moment. Namikaze Minato glanced back and forth. He is not a fool. He can naturally feel that these two are very unfriendly to him. Sarutobi Hirazen suddenly hand seal is medical ninjutsu. Because Namikaze Minato was beside Sarutobi Hirazen, Luhan didn't follow up. He used to output chakra according to the percentage, and he blessed the strange power of taijutsu. Sarutobi Hirazen pressed the medical ninjutsu on himself. His injury was not serious. The internal injury caused by the vibration, plus some flesh wounds, was easy to heal, but his chakra consumption was really huge, and he was separated from Luhan. Huge gap. That. Namikaze Minato looked at Luhan. He didn't call Lord Hangwang, because he wasn't 100% sure, but he basically believed it in his heart, so he came to stop the two. I think there may be some mistake. He just started saying. Sarutobi Hirazen disappeared. It turned into a glimpse and went straight to Luhan. Luhan also moved. The two rushed together again and fought frantically. At this moment, Luhan had already smelled the conspiracy. Sarutobi Hirazen was abnormal. He knew that he was going to lose, so why did he work so hard? Why? There must be a reason. Namikaze Minato was in a hurry. He threw out his kunai and turned it into a golden lightning bolt and inserted himself between the two again. Shadow boom. He didn't hurt Namikaze Minato. He knew Namikaze Minato could dodge. Namikaze Minato can only hide. It seems like the golden lightning inserted into the battle between the two and immediately left, which did not affect the two of them fighting at all. Sarutobi Hirazen is still using the double main attack tactic, using the ape demon to resist damage. Don't fight. You don't. Stop. Damn, why did you? Namikaze Minato was also angry and couldn't stop it at all. He tried to intervene several times to separate the two, but he couldn't do it. Although he was young and low in seniority, he was strong and very assertive. Not on Hokage. So, he was determined to stop this, so he wouldn't have any scruples because one of them was Hokage. Several attempts have been unsuccessful. Namikaze Minato gave up temporarily, dodged back to the forest on the edge of the battlefield, sat down with his knees crossed, and didn't move. Luhan immediately glanced at him out of the corner of his eye, and he clearly felt that Namikaze Minato was absorbing natural energy, and he was going to enter Sage Mode. It was mentioned in the original book that Namikaze Minato knew Sage Mode, but he was very bad at it, so he didn't want to use If you are not good at it, you can basically understand that it takes a long time to enter Sage mode, and you need to absorb natural energy quietly and slowly. Namikaze Minato, who enters Sage mode, will reach the strongest state at present. Maybe he can really stop the two people from fighting. Luhan didn't want to give him a chance. Sarutobi Hiruzen does not want to either. The ape demon returned into the King Kong Rui stick, and the two fought in close quarters again. After fighting for hundreds of rounds in a row, Luhan fiercely slashed through Sarutobi Hiruzen's ribs. At the same time as the blood splashed, Luhan realized that he was planning. Sarutobi Hiruzen did it on purpose. He had long wanted to do it. Luhan saw that when the blade of Jinghong slashed under Sarutobi Hiruzen's rib, blood was stained on the blade of Jinghong, and the chain of curse imprints spread from the small wound, and followed the blade of Jinghong almost in the blink of an eye. It spread to Luhan's hand, and then spread to Luhan's whole body. At this moment, Luhan felt that his body became sluggish, the chakra flow in his body was not smooth, and there was the chain that connected Luhan and Sarutobi Hiruzen, and he couldn't get out immediately. Opportunity. Chance at Sarutobi Hiruzen. Instant, the King Kong Rui stick flew out to entangle Luhan. Sarutobi Hiruzen was divided into three, surrounded Luhan in a triangular formation. 3 Sarutobi Hiruzen hand seal at the same time. After one breath, Sarutobi Hiruzen completed the hand seal. A terrifying sense of crisis engulfed Luhan. Cold shrouded. Sealing technique 3, Way seal. Chapter 0980-breaking. 3-way seal, one of Sarutobi Hiruzen's ultimate moves. Luhan saw the 3 Sarutobi Hiruzen surrounded him. He realized that it was not good. He knew this technique. The sealing technique, the 3-way seal, did not appear in the original plot, but it was the top sealing technique in the official game, and its effect. Very spooky. Pervert. This is a technique that can directly seal people to death. Luhan should dodge at this moment. As long as he is not surrounded by 3 Sarutobi Hiruzen, this technique will be useless. However, the curse seal chain connects Luhan to the main body Sarutobi Hiruzen, and the ape demon is madly entangled. Luhan cannot immediately get out. Hiraisen's art won't work. It's all because of that cursed chain. The 3 bodies of Sarutobi Hiruzen completed the hand seal at the same time, and the triangular area only seen by the 3 bodies lit up with hazy light, like a transparent pyramid, covering Luhan. The ape demon withdrew at this moment and directly escaped the scope of the pyramid. Obviously, it was not the target, so the pyramid would not restrict it. But Luhan was restricted. At this moment, he felt as if he had entered a different space. He couldn't feel the world outside the pyramid, but he could see it. Jinchuriki column, shot out from the top of the pyramid and shot straight into the sky. This technique has reached its final stage. Once the light Jinchuriki column rushes to a certain height, the target Luhan will be sealed by the pyramid and disappear into this world, leaving a triangular pattern exuding the breath of death on the ground. A close call. Luhan closed one eye slightly, and the other Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan spun wildly. Pupil technique, tides of time and space. Retreat. Luhan set the target as Sarutobi Hiruzen's body. Under the action of the tide of time and space, Sarutobi Hiruzen will return to the past, and the 3-way seal is controlled by him. If he returns to 0.1 seconds ago, the 3-way seal under his control will also do the same. Of course, this is only in theory. Luhan didn't know if he could succeed, but he was overwhelmed by Sarutobi Hiruzen, so he didn't have much time to think about it, so he could only give it a try. At this moment, time seems to stand still. The soaring light Jinchuriki column stopped when it reached an altitude of 5,000 meters. A very miraculous scene. The light was able to stop, and Sarutobi Hiruzen still kept the state when Luhan started the time-space tide, motionless. Everything stopped. Except Luhan's Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. There are 2 minds. It's deadlocked. Because Sarutobi Hiruzen is an overly powerful individual, and is using the S-level seal forbidden technique, the energy is too pervert, Lu Han wants to reverse this energy and let it go back to the past, but he can't do it. Time keeps moving forward, and Sarutobi Hiruzen is also there, forward, and Lu Han's backward force on him was tied with Sarutobi Hiruzen's own natural, forward, force. Sarutobi Hiruzen advanced 0.1 seconds, and Lu Han made him return to the state of 0.1 seconds before. This creates a stalemate. Sarutobi Hiruzen was completely dumbfounded, because Lu Han couldn't let his memory go back to the past, so he knew what happened. How is it possible? How is this possible? Lu Han exerted all his chakra to stimulate pupil power, stared at Sarutobi Hiruzen, and the corner of his mouth evoked a faint smile. However, he was wearing a mask, and Sarutobi Hiruzen could not see this murderous smile. Because there is no ape demon interference, Lu Han now has two ways to break the game. First, the Lord of 10,000 Skills Ring, the technique of instant flower rain cutting, but doing so is very risky, because the flower rain cutting is composed of countless small wind blades, like countless bullets attacking in all directions, although it can be torn apart. Everything, but individual, bullets, may rebound, and the defense of the mask pyramid will obviously be extremely strong, which will hurt Lu Han. Lu Han chose the second way to break the game. Slowly raising the Sword of Shock, aiming at Sarutobi Hiruzen with the sword. Sarutobi Hiruzen was mentally shocked. He knew the special ability of the Sword of Thunder, but he couldn't move at all now, because the three-way seal was still activated. When using this technique, he naturally couldn't move at will, he had to stand in place. If he wants to complete this technique, Lu Han will make him return to his unfinished state. This stalemate is amazing. It's a balance, but only limited to Sarutobi Hiruzen. As for Sarutobi Hiruzen's two clones, he has been unable to form control over the two clones. In the state of the spell, the main body dominates everything, and the clone is a space-occupying cooperation. During the activation process, the spell card is stuck in this 0.1 second, and the spell is not released. The body can't move, and the clone can't move either. The distance, thousands of Konoha ninjas were watching the situation, each of them was a little confused. In their eyes, the situation between Lu Han and Sarutobi Hiruzen was very strange. It seemed that Sarutobi Hiruzen used the sealing technique to restrain Lu Han. But it doesn't seem to be resolved. Lu Han triggered the stunt on the Blade of Astonishment. Jinghong Peerless. At this moment, time became slow, and the thunderball appeared at the tip of the knife, expanding rapidly, directly bursting the Pyramid of Light. The Pyramid of Light was broken, and the three-way seal was broken. Because of the change in energy, the balance between forward and backward was broken. Sarutobi Hiruzen's eyes were terrified, seeing the huge ball of light hitting him. He didn't have time to hand seal, he didn't have time to hide. Too close. The sturdy body rushed in front of Sarutobi Hiruzen. Boom _. The lightning ball hit the sturdy body and exploded into a white light. From a distance, it looks like a powerful Raiden Thunder-style ninjutsu burst in situ, and then expands into a white light ball with a diameter of tens of meters. The terrifying power rages in the white light. Under this attack, if there is no defense, any ninja will die. Lord Hokage. Lord Hokage. What's the matter? Rescue. Among the ninjas watching in the distance, the screams sounded almost at the same moment, and the powerful ninja rushed out and quickly approached the position where the white light erupted. Namikaze Minato, who was absorbing the natural energy, also suddenly opened his eyes. He hasn't finished absorbing it, so he can't enter Sage Mode, and he can't move immediately, because then he will be backlashed. Lu Han appeared out of thin air more than 100 meters away from the white light ball, staring at the dazzling white light indifferently. He didn't get bombed. Because he has the art of Hiraishin. If the pyramid is broken, he will be able to turn around in an instant. Victory and defeat.